Yo, what's up? What's going on? What's good, everybody? That's right. Sunday, December 24th, 2023. We are here with the Boxing Source, going through what happened with the Day of Reckoning. We're gonna, go through all eight of those fights that were on the card, and give our analysis of what went down in those things. Man, we're gonna break things down as much as possible with each of these fights. We're gonna go, from fight number one to fight number eight. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go from fight number one to fight number eight in this, and we're gonna give our analysis of what went down in each of these fights because you had a lot of action, you had a couple of upsets, you had some things that went down that I felt like personally I was disappointed in. But with that being said, we want to get into it with the Day of Reckoning fight card. You had eight fights, six of those fights being in the heavyweight division. And we, we had something where we had a preview of this. But the thing about it is that, there were some fights that we picked that, we were pretty much nailing on the button. And then there were others that we pretty much were off with in this. Now, we wanted to start it off with the first fight on the card, heavyweight bout. You had Frank Sanchez added on to the card going up against Junior Fa. Frank Sanchez had been there with an undefeated record of 23-0 with 16 wins by knockout, going up against Junior Fa that was like 20-2, man. And the thing about it was like, he had like two consecutive losses in his professional career, man. And, one of them was to Joseph Parker, who was also on the card. And the other one that, a lot of people were surprised about was that first round stoppage loss to Lucas Brown last year. So that was, something that was crazy. But after that, he had one other fight against a guy that was probably a local fighter there over in New Zealand. They had a record of 0-6. And that was in October of last year. So he hadn't had a fight up until this particular point against Frank Sanchez. And so the thing about it was like, hey, you got Frank Sanchez, of course, is a Cuban boxer contender there in the heavyweight division. We had a couple of fights already in 2023, his last one being part of that Canelo versus Jermell Charlo card, where we had some issues there with Scott Alexander, but after that, you had something where it's like, hey, now you got to see what's up with him. But before I go more into this fight, the first fight here on the card, I'm gonna get Zoe up here in the building. What's going on, Zoe?
Bomb Squad! Oh man. This was a long time coming.
I know you're absolutely ecstatic about what happened yesterday. I'm going to eventually get to that bout that we had there with Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker. Just going through quickly the fights one by one on the card quick. First you had the thing with Frank Sanchez and Junior Fa, man. That almost seemed like that was a feeder bout for Frank Sanchez, man, because Junior Fa really didn't have much to, give Frank Sanchez any resistance in that. And as soon as like Frank Sanchez turned it up on him, then that's when Junior Fa like folded. Like you didn't see like much combinations from Frank Sanchez until like that sixth round or something like that. And then once he did that, then that's when you saw him like really hurt Junior Fa. You know what I mean? Shout out to AJ64 in the building live with us on the Boxing Source. But yeah, man, I mean, Frank Sanchez gets his win over Junior Fa, man. He's now 24-0, 17 KOs. And we got to see what they're gonna do with him next year, man. I know he's there with I think he's back with the Reynosos. I think they were mentioning that. I think he's back with the Reynosos, but with that being said, man, he's still there as a highly ranked contender in a heavyweight division, man. So I wonder what they're gonna say about where he's gonna be put in as a as a contender there next year. Maybe they have something where he comes back in the Saudi Arabia and they have another fight card and they add him into it. But we'll see what happens with that. But man, like, were you able to see anything there with Frank Sanchez though?
Man, I saw, I watched the fight, and my two biggest takeaways is I can't believe back in 2019 people was really screaming this Junior Fa shit, because I remember that before the Joseph Parker fight, people was really pushing this shit like he's good. And number two, as for Frank Sanchez, man, like, it's they've been going backwards with his matchmaking since he beat a Jagba, man. This shit, you going backwards, and I don't know I don't know their plans with them. Is there a title shot in this in the future soon? I mean, he's about 63. I don't know how long he's gonna keep this this level up. So I don't know, man. But what I saw was lunch, man. Junior Fa is really bad, bro. I can't believe this was a guy that was hyped up at one point that he was gonna be something. He's really bad, and there's not much to say about this fight, man, other than Junior Fa can't move his head, and Frank Sanchez was hitting him flush when he chose to. Like, he took a while to turn it up. I don't know why. It's not like he had much resistance in front of him, but when he turned it up, man. But there's not much to say about this fight. It was a 96-year-old man beating on an overhyped Australian prospect.
I mean, yeah, the thing with Frank Sanchez, like you said, it seems like they're regressing with him with the matchups that he's had since that Ajagba fight. Like Christian Hammer, he had that fight against Christian Hammer. The Carlos Negron fight, I saw that fight there at the Barclays Center last year.
Daniel Marks.
Yeah, Daniel Marks. I'm like, why would you have him against Daniel Marks, man? Like
really, man? Like, you almost could, like you could Christian Hammer, you could almost like act like that was a serious, like an opponent. But the Daniel Marks, the Scott Alexanders, man, those two, like, back to back too, is like, bro, those are fights you should have had before you fought a Jagba, man. He might as well go to that what's that new weight class called? What's that shit called?
I don't know, super cruiserweight.
He might as well. I know it's not easy to cut weight when you're 97 and shit, but he might as well, man. It might be his avenue to a title shot.
Yeah. Hey, AJ64 shout out, man. It's it's really hard to tell how old Sanchez really is.
Man, I said it's anywhere between 46 and 102. It's somewhere around that ballpark.
Man, that's wild, B. That's wild.
He doesn't even have the same face he had when he fought a Jagba. He looked like he aged 19 years since then.
Like, it was like, I mean, everybody like thought that he was like more closer to like 40. They say he's like 31. I'm like, come on, man.
Come on, man. Like when my mom used to take me to the all-you-can-eat buffet, I lied about my age. I had to say you were 7. At least don't be 12 saying that. You could rock with 10. You feel me? And say, don't be 12 saying that shit. That's what he looked like right now.
Yeah. Oh, he said hurt a little bit. Nah, that was the Scott Alexander fight that he got hurt. He got hurt in the like third round or something like that. We got hit with a good little shot, in that fight. But we were still able to get that stoppage victory on that joint. But yeah, still, it's like Zoe was saying, it's like they're regressing with Frank Sanchez as far as like matching him up, because he's supposed to be like one of these serious contenders or something like that in the heavyweight division. And now it's like they ain't really doing much to get him in position for good fights.
I feel like if Frank Sanchez was British, they'd have been match him up with Big Baby or something. Because that's one thing that I give credit to them Brits, though. They made their top prospect like, man, let's get this shit out the way now. That's what I like about them. If he was in England, he probably would have fucking fought a Gerald Big Baby or something, a Big Baby Anderson already, to figure this shit out. Over here, he's just wasting away.
He's wasting away, basically. And the thing there with like you mentioned, Efe Ajagba, like Ajagba has already faced like two undefeated fighters, and now one of them was just looking for a way to get out of there, man. He had like a DQ continuously hitting Ajagba in the back of the head and that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We we had no idea how Luis Ortiz was either, man. Oh, and give it a quick little side update. It looks like we might not have one of our esteemed guests on this joint because, of course, he don't want to be part of any type of.
Tell MVO I'm not gonna say nothing negative about Wilder. Tell MVO it's okay.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. Shout out to Smoking Joe in the building. Can we finally say that Jared Anderson and Andy Ruiz Jr. are by far the best U.S. heavyweights in the division right now? Well, I think a couple people pretty much are saying that now at this point. Given what just happened
Yeah, because think about it. I think think about it. Did you think Joseph Parker beat Andy Ruiz?
That was a close fight, man. That was a close fight.
I thought Ruiz won that fight going away, man. I thought he won that fight. Like, I'm not gonna say it wasn't close, but I really thought Ruiz won that fight. Ruiz, we could easily looking at a Ruiz. You beat Joseph Parker, you beat Luis Ortiz, you beat Anthony Joshua. The only loss you have is to Joshua, man. You know that's the best American heavyweight right there. That's the best one right there, man.
Oh man, hey, I'm telling MVO. I'm telling MVO about what you said.
There ain't no Wilder slander here, man. There's no Wilder slander, man. I got what I needed, Like, his fans ain't wilding, his fans ain't tripping. I'm not hearing the Saudis poison his drink, so I don't care. Dude, let's move past this shit. I didn't care about these heavyweights to begin with.
Hey, you said what that thing with Parker and Ruiz was hometown cooking. And we see what happened with Ruiz right after that. He was pretty much like, put on the shelf for a good amount of time.
Forever, yeah, until PBC came and saved them from Top Rank crutches and shit.
Top Rank special, man, So there was that, man. But that thing with Frank Sanchez, man, I don't know what they're gonna do with him next year, man. I mean, they got a few heavyweights out here that that he could face. So I might put up some matchups here and there that he could possibly have. But like you said, it's like they're regressing him as far as like his progress is concerned. All right. Yeah. And shoot, with that being said, you had like like this was one of them mismatches here, man. Philip Hrgović and Mark Demore. Like, come on, man. That was like when I first heard that Mark Demore was going to be his opponent for Philip Hrgović when they put him on the card, man. I was like, man, this is a straight giveaway. A straight giveaway. Like, Demore it wasn't no active, you know what I'm saying? He ain't been active for, off and on a good little bit. But, outside of that, like, he faced like a bunch of guys with losing records, man. So he didn't have no shot. He ain't had no shot against Philip Hrgović, man. And shoot, as soon as he got hit with a first big right hand, he pretty much gave up. He said, I got my money. I'm good. He was like, I'm good. I'm good off that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, man. That nigga got the Saudi bag. He got hit, and then he understood the situation.
Yep, he turned his back and everything like that, was grabbing on the ropes, immediately trying to go to one knee. He said, man, I ain't having any part of this, man. So, Philip Hrgović gets that, easy win, first round, TKO. And the thing with Philip Hrgović that got me was he said, man, I'd eat Jared Big Baby Anderson for breakfast, man.
Get the fuck out of here. You didn't even beat Zane.
He said, man, it would be absolutely foolish for Jared Anderson to face me, man. That's what he said. I was like, whoa, his dude out here, talking trash, man. I was like, dang, but I mean, but he's there as like the number one contender in the IBF. So is he going to,
him and Anthony Joshua for that vacant IBF title, man?
Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's pretty much going to be that. Like, it's going to be, they're going to wait to see what happens in February with Fury Usyk. And then after that, the IBF's going to say something. And when they say something, the IBF's going to be giving up. Whether, they're going to have that rematch between Fury and Usyk or not. and they're gonna have, they'll have Philip Herger face Anthony Joshua. Like, come on, like, you know what though? I want to. This would be crazy for me. Where would Philip Hergovich get more money in a fight between, the Usyk and Fury winner, or a fight against Anthony Joshua?
I think if Fury wins, then the Fury fight. If Usyk win, then the AJ fight.
Yeah, that could be it. Because the thing with Usyk is, man, you ain't gonna get nothing with Usyk because Usyk really don't have no fan base and he can't build no fan base, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
talk about
I think on the very likely scenario that Usyk's outbox that fat shit, I think he just walks off to the sunset, man. Which might be the best thing for boxing. We probably need a hard reset for the heavyweight dude.
Yeah, I mean, we might be a couple, a year or two away from that reset as far as like the heavyweight division because we got a good amount of fighters that look like they're gonna be, out of the paint, pretty much hanging the gloves up here pretty soon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Wilder looks like he's gone. Uh, I'm pretty sure Fury's gonna be gone after the Usyk loss. I'm pretty sure Usyk's gonna be gone after his win, and then there's titles to snap up. We have a Chinese superstar. We have a fucking AJ still a star, nigga. We'll see how this big baby shit what turns out, nigga. I mean, we might need this shit. Frank Sanchez could finally snatch a belt before all timers kick in and shit.
If he holds on long enough, he might be able to get a
Yeah,
title shot or whatever it is.
yeah. He
Yeah.
probably got 25 life points left, man. His old ass.
Said 25 life points left. Oh man, another blowout that happened, man. Jai Opataya against Elizoro. They had Elizoro undefeated. He only, fought a whole bunch of dudes over there in the UK, going up against the dude that's like the number one guy in the division that had the IBF belt, and then the IBF, went stupid and said, "Hey man, we gonna have you give up the belt since you ain't gonna be fighting our, mandatory challenger." Which the mandatory challenger didn't even have any issues of, Obatiah having this fight. So it's like, man, if you're gonna have that, then why not just have, Obatiah keep the belt, had his fight, and then he gonna fight Maris Brightus later on, man. So that was dumb on their part. That was dumb on their part because like y'all would have been able to get a piece of that money from this fight. That was like what, 7 million or something like that?
Yeah,
Or whatever it was, like 7 million or something. And
how do you feel
Obertai
about
just
him?
had this easy win, knockout. You set him up. He set him up by having the punches to the body at first, left to the body, and then he looked like he was gonna go with the left to the body and just hooked it and came upstairs, bam, and knocked him clean out.
How you feel about him?
I feel like he's pretty good. They're talking about like him potentially moving up to heavyweight. I'm like, nah, man, he ain't big enough. I don't think he'll be big enough to go up to heavyweight, man. Like they done created this new division, super cruiserweight or
For a
whatever it is.
reason.
He could be there at super cruiserweight, man. Why not?
Because at heavyweight, man, I don't think he's big enough, and then he's not superly overly skilled. He's not, he's not the most like super skilled. I don't see him surviving that heavyweight. I mean, I want to reserve judgment, but I don't see what these Australian motherfuckers be trying to sell me with this guy, dog. Like he's good. That's it. That's as far as I'm willing to go. Like they talking about this guy might be some future Hall of Famers, but these the same group that was doing the same shit with Cambosis after the Teofimo fight. So we can't take them seriously.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, they got who they got. They
Zoo,
don't put him in. They don't put him in the camp with Tyson Fury to have Fury prepare for Usyk. So man, I don't know. But the thing with the cruiserweight division is not like cruiserweight is that deep as far as like the fighters that they have. I mean, outside of Chris Billum Smith, that's probably like the best fight that they have out there, cruiserweight for Jai Opataya, at least at this point.
I
So it's like,
mean, I mean, if he sticks
Crazy,
around a
man.
year, if he sticks around a year or two, man, he might catch some B-roll or better beef action if he stay there long enough.
Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah. What he said.
Kovalev's up there, right?
Huh?
Kovalev's up there, right?
Or Kovalev, as far as like being a cruiserweight.
Yeah, he
Um,
up there. Right? His last couple fights been cruiserweight, hasn't it?
I thought it was, but I thought he was in the rankings somewhere, but I don't see him in the rankings there. At least not right now, man. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe he's gonna be, having something. I know Joe Smith had that fight with one of them dudes, Gilberto Ramirez at cruiserweight, but I don't know about the thing there with Kovalev though. Shout out to Smokey Joe there with it. I mean, the next fight they had there was Kabiel and Makhmudov, right? And yeah, Makhmudov, bro,
Nah,
man,
before
he
you
was
say
like an
anything,
11-1 favorite.
before you say anything, Three King Boxing, every person on the Three King Boxing staff all pick Mazadov to get upset. I'm just putting that out there. You feel me? If you guys want accurate predictions, Three Kings Boxing, man. You feel me? Everybody in that staff predicted this fight. We all said
I
that big
mean,
nigga
yeah,
fucking sucks.
some folks had picked for this to be the upset. I was saying that this fight was going to be one of the fights to watch out for, because I thought, before it was going down, that it was going to be the better matchup between these two fighters, because they were, around the same as far as like the rankings and all that. They were around the same. It's just that Cabello just had that experience, man. And when I was saying, like, before the fight, I said, hey, this dude has been, facing other veterans. He fought Derek Chisora. He beat Derek Chisora. You know what I'm saying? He had, I think it was another one, like Andre Rudenko, I think, was another notable fighter. And then, had a veteran, Kevin Johnson. But the dude was, there with Top Rank, and Top Rank, like, kind of put him on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, here
Sucks,
against Makhmudov, man, hey, he had a great game plan from round one. He said, man, I'm getting away from this dude's right hand. I'm going to go over to his left side, and I'm going to see if Makhmudov can move. And Makhmudov couldn't move for shit.
And I
You know?
never understood I never understood what people were seeing off this Mazda. Bro, it's like every issue I have with Arthur Beterbiev, he's 100 times worse than that. You feel me? In terms of all the issues Beterbiev have, in terms of being robotic, stiff, having horrible leg movement. Like, he's worse than that. Even the little nuances that Beterbiev has to make him successful. Masvidal got none of that. He just have all this nigga's jaws back without none of his strength. And people were sitting here talking about, yo, this guy's serious. This nigga sucks, bro. He's slow. He's
Yeah,
slow.
he was mad
Bro.
slow, bro. And like the thing is, man, he had like a cakewalk of a fight in his last bout in Riyadh against Junior Wright. But like what it was like for the past 2 years plus, man, actually more than that, this dude has been coming in over 260 pounds, right? And
Yeah.
Cabio just, took advantage of it and was just beating him with quickness and movement. And then in the third round, he started to work the body and then was hitting them down with them body shots.
Didn't
And
Masvidal then 3-4 years ago they offered Wilder like 20 mil for a fight?
with Makhmudov,
Yeah, 3-4 years ago.
I thought it was like 3 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, like a 20, man. Wilder would have fucking said that, man. Wilder would have took his brain fresh off his head, bro. That guy's so slow, he doesn't know how to move his head, bro.
Yeah, man, it was just terrible there, man. It was absolutely terrible there with Makhmudov, and he just got, man, he got like, that was like barbecue chicken for a Cabio, man. That was crazy.
So, and then the funny shit, the only time he displayed head movements when he was when he was getting back up.
Yeah, yeah. That didn't even work much for him either. He didn't have no defense, nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing,
He just
man.
went down to one knee, man. The bully got bullied, basically.
Yeah.
That's
And
what it
it
was.
was body shots too put him down too, dog. You feel me? Like, man, that guy,
Oh yeah,
that guy's
yeah,
career is
that's
over.
true. That's true. He said, yeah, he moves his head all right. He does have a twitch problem. Yeah, it's crazy. Yo, that twitch game is crazy. Like,
Yeah, that shit.
what's going
Oh,
on
what
with him?
the fuck?
He's like, man, I
Yeah.
don't know if he was like one of them extras for like a remake of the Thriller video or something. You know what
But
I'm
you see
saying?
that fight you saw between Mazgabov and Kavda? That fight is we remember this fight in your head because the next fight you're gonna talk about when that guy finally fights Beterbiev, that's exactly how that shit's gonna look.
We'll see,
No,
man.
exactly, man. Y'all, people need to take this pouch out their head. Beaver is gonna beat the
You will
fucking
see,
shit out of
man. I
Beterbiev.
don't know, man. I gotta see that fight first, and that
Yeah,
now I'll talk about it. But I
it's
mean, we
not.
got another fight that was on there, man. This was the fight that I was looking forward to in this, and man, yo, man, this come on, man. Daniel Dubois, Jarrell Miller, man. Dubois, Dubois done had like probably the best fight that he had in his pro career against a big oversized dude that couldn't keep up. Was chucking air at like the fifth round and stuff like that. I was like, man, he was throwing some combinations that was hitting Dubois, but the thing about it was Dubois was still there in front of him. And then in the second half of the fight, you had Daniel Dubois pretty much fighting off his back foot, using a jab and just keeping Miller off of him. All Miller was doing was just walking 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm gonna get you. Like, come on, man. Like you, like at least try to do something where you could get some counters in or anything like that. But you just see Jarrell Miller pretty much like had the worst performance of his career, and then for Daniel Dubois to end the 10th round and get some good shots in to finish them and have the referee Michael Alexander stop the fight, man. That should be a wrap for Jarrell Miller, man. We don't need to see Jarrell Miller, in the ring ever again.
unless,
I
unless,
said
unless.
even before the fight, with all the talk that he was saying, man, I said, man, if you lose to Daniel Dubois with all that talk you was talking about, you shouldn't even be allowed back into Brooklyn, bro.
No, I think Miller. I think Jared Big Big Miller. We should never see him in the ring except if he has a medical exemption to use PEDs. Other than that, we won't have to see this motherfucker fight ever again, man.
Oh man, yeah, it's a wrap for this man. He talking about inactivity was the issue for me. I'm
Man,
like,
fuck
man,
his life, man.
you already had like 2 fights this year. What are you talking about?
Dog,
Like
ain't one of the fights he had wasn't one of the what's called the drug week, right?
against Lucas Brown,
Yeah, yeah.
that was his last fight.
Yeah, and I think the title of that pay-per-view is called Drug or Free, like some shit against drugs. I'm
Drug
like
free something.
yeah, I said the irony behind that shit, dog. That's hilarious, yo. Yeah, let's not talk about Gerald Miller. And then another thing is this didn't prove nothing about Daniel Dubois. He's still Dubois.
Yeah, that was the thing. His promoter there, Frank Warren, was saying this was a sink or swim fight for him, and that if he didn't win this fight, it would be a wrap, for the kid. But I'm like, hey,
It's already a wrap. I mean, you get to quit once, bro. Like you get one pass to quit. You got two quits in your resume already, though. Like then you're done.
I'm like, this, kind of like puts him in there. But given what happened, earlier, like you already had, like you said, like Masvidal get schooled and he got, stopped and everything like that, and a couple of other fighters lose. You're gonna have Daniel Dubois moving back up in the rankings in the heavyweight rankings, man. I'm like,
Yeah, that's disgusting.
but I'm like, here go the thing, right? Does anybody think that he'll, have like a rematch with someone like Joe Joyce and win against Joe Joyce? I don't know about that, man.
You see, I say make that fight because at the time of the stoppage, I had him up. That one of my biggest gripe with him quitting is the fight. It was a winnable fight. You still could have won that fight. I mean, the only issue you had in that entire fight was the jab of Joe Joyce that was damaging your eye. That was the only thing. Like the fight was still winnable. You still was hitting him with combinations. you still staggered him a couple of times. You're still quicker than him. You feel me? Like you had no
Mhm.
business quitting. The fight was still there. There was still an avenue to win.
It's still,
And then,
yeah, it was still up in the air. Like, I
yeah,
mean, even like one of the judges had Dubois well ahead in the fight, man.
yeah, I had him ahead too. So that's why. And now I say make the fight again because George just took 2 losses this day. You feel me? It's a good fight. This fight's still up there. It could be made, and I think it'll be a bigger money fight this time around.
Yeah, that's what's up. I think we had like the boxing academic. I'm gonna see if he's able to jump back in here. Boxing academic is in the building. What's happening with you?
What's going on, guys? I'm sad.
Yeah, I
Oh, are
feel
you a
you, man.
fanatic? You're a water fanatic as well?
It's too soon. It's too
Uh,
soon.
no, I'm not talking shit. I told MVO I'm not talking shit about water, so people could come in. I'm giving you guys a grace period.
How
Well,
long?
What I did last time, like with the Spence thing, I gave people a grace period of like a week. So next week I'm gonna come in.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay,
That's fair.
okay, okay. I
I
gave you a
appreciate
grace.
it. I
Yeah, man. I
appreciate
gave
it.
you grace.
word. Oh man. Yeah, but what was this thing here with Dubois? So he's saying like a rematch with Joe Joyce could probably do something, man. I don't
Yeah,
know, man.
you remember, man? Shit, yeah, man. That shit could do something, man. I think people would like to watch it, man. Because like I said, the fight was Dubois, man. Dubois sold himself short quitting against Joyce, man. That fight was there for you to win, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to Pound for Pound Sports in the building, man. What's up with you, y'all? Y'all hit up Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment there with the YouTube page. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. Like he said he wants to jump in. I'm gonna see if I can
So
get
I
that to
heard
him.
Zoe say one thing about Joe. I mean, not Joe Joyce, Dubois, which I agree with. We didn't we didn't learn nothing that we didn't already know about Dubois because he was fighting a guy who didn't take the sport serious. And so you saw there was a moment where not Joyce, I keep saying Joyce, Dubois started questioning himself. And, what's his name was just walking forward. And even just walking forward was enough pressure to make Dubois question himself. And once Dubois realized, he was like, man, I'm tired, but his fat ass tighter than I am,
Yeah, that fight, bro. Yeah.
And once he realized he wasn't gonna throw shots, and when he did throw shots, he couldn't generate enough power because he was just so tired. I I didn't learn anything from Dubois. Dubois, I ain't gonna say he wanted to quit, but if stuff would have got heavy, did you not see the quit starting to build up in him? And he just had a guy who didn't take the sport serious, and I'm glad for him. I'm glad that he ended it the way he ended it, because come next fight, when the tough get going, somebody gonna do the same thing to him, gonna make him quit again. It just, you just fought somebody who you were more dedicated than, which taking that away from Dubois. I mean, he did everything he needed supposed to do, but them talking about he's back and like talking as if like he did something. It wasn't more. The fight was more to me about, no disrespect to Dubois. I'm not disrespecting him. I think he's interesting to see fight.
I
But
like his sister more than I like him.
you like what?
I like his sister more than I like him.
It's a
His sister
fighter.
look good?
No, she boxing.
He a boxer.
Okay.
Caroline
So
Dubois.
the fight was more about what Gerald Miller, whatever his name, didn't do than about what Dubois did, which is, again, Miller didn't dedicate himself to the sport. Dubois was getting to the point where he was thinking about quitting, but he just he didn't get pushed to the edge enough. He did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Yeah,
Props
man.
to him.
So
But
why did they let niggas? I thought there was no steroid testing though. Why he showed up like this?
I don't know what kind of
I mean, he
testing
should have
they had
did
on
something, because
Yeah, he should have did something, man, so we could get
there. Hey,
47
man.
punches per round.
he ought to be
Uh,
ashamed of himself for what he put on. And
yeah.
I don't like saying people get knocked out, for health reasons and stuff, but man, he deserved to get knocked out. I'm glad Dubois won the fight, like the story of the fight,
Mm-hmm.
because in a sense, people toward round 2, 3 was treating him like the underdog, which he was, because you was waiting to see was he gonna quit or not.
Right.
And then once we saw Miller was what he was, which is not dedicated, then it was just like, all right, Dubois, crank it up.
Yep, for sure. Shout out to Pound for Pound in the building with us. What's going on, Pound for Pound?
What's up, y'all? Just chilling, trying to listen to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the fights that happened yesterday. Big Baby Miller, man, I feel bad for your boy. Oh, he came in there. He started off strong, didn't he?
He was.
But did he really though? The only thing he did was just walk forward with his hands up. Like once you realize what he was doing, was that really strong or was it?
That's it. That was the whole game plan right there.
And just walk forward with his hands up. That's
pretty much. Yeah, he's not on that no more.
Pound for pound. Guess what the crazy thing about that is though? That him just walking forward, not throwing no punches, was enough to make Dubois question if he wanted to quit. Mm-hmm. Round 3, 4, 5, whatever it was. Mm-hmm. Dubois started asking himself questions like, "Do I really want to be in this?" That was enough pressure to make him do that.
Personally, I didn't think he ever had that look in any discouragement. I don't think so. I don't think he ever
go back and watch the fight. He was discouraged.
He was getting tired.
Yeah, tired.
Once he was tired, he started asking himself if he wanted to keep going, and then he realized Gerald Miller, fat ass, more tired than I am. Let me keep going.
I'm not gonna lie. I think this might be one of a preconceived notion because he's British and you was expecting him quick, so you might see things you was looking for. I think.
Did anybody else see him questioning whether or not he wanted to what's even the announcer said it like he was
deep breaths. He was taking deep breath. He was tired, bro. He got that.
Tired and deep breath. And Catcher said that's not the same as like, damn, do I want to be in here? Damn, this guy, I might get scared. I didn't see that.
I'm saying his quittingness comes from him being tired, and then he asks himself the question, "Dang, I'm tired. Do I really want to go these extra rounds and get knocked out?" And then once he asks himself that question, he say, "No, I don't want to do that." Which is the same question he asked with
Joyce or
Joe Joyce.
No, the one who stopped him with a jab.
Both of his fights were stopped with jab. Joyce, he quit off of Joyce jab.
But Joyce was pummeling him though.
No, he wasn't. He was beating Joyce's ass. Joyce was just fucking had fucked up his eye with the jab. He was clearly ahead of that fight. And he just chose not to continue, bro. Like he was not getting pummeled. That's why I hold so much. That's why I hold that quit so hard against him, because I hate when niggas quit when they're winning. I don't give a fuck how damaged you are. When you're winning, you quit.
2 of them scorecards up to that point.
Yeah, man, like shit like that. And then you show that you could hurt him. Like the first 2 rounds, you backed him up with some hard shot, had him stuff. You showed that you could. Why the fuck you quitting, nigga?
Because the going got tough.
Yeah, shit.
And he said, "Do I want to continue this for another round? I'm getting beat up. Do I want to continue?" The same question he asked with Usyk, and then he quit. Which is the same thing that happened in the Jared Miller fight. Jared Miller wasn't throwing no punches. He was just walking toward him, and he was like, you could tell he was like, oh. He was just like asking himself if he want to continue. And then he was like, oh, crap. He ain't throwing no punches.
Like I said, I never want to see Jared Miller on television again unless he has a medical exemption to take steroids.
Damn.
Hey, man, like it was like that 6th or 7th round where you saw like Dubois like fighting off his back foot or trying to throw the jab or something like that, and to try to keep Miller off of him. And then when you had that, then Miller started to get more tired, and that's when Dubois like stepped it up, after that, 8th or 9th round, and then in the 10th, he finished him off before the end of the fight, So he does get that win, but like, hey, I don't know what they're gonna say as far as like what would be next for Dubois, because he gonna be, like I said, he gonna be boosted up the rankings a little bit because of what else happened. But outside of that, like,
I got it. Frank Sanchez.
I was about, yeah, there you go. I was
It's
about to
gonna
say,
get ugly. It will get very ugly. Frank Sanchez will make him quit, and it probably won't even be no
Okay.
like no righteous pummeling. It's just he just gonna quit because the
We,
man.
we don't know that because
Man, I've quit. I've seen quitters.
let's say they both sit down on the table, they sign a contract, and the contract is for the fight that happens 6 months from now. This nigga's 98 years old. Like we like you
I
people,
don't think it's gonna be
people
6
age
months.
overnight. I'm never gonna be confident on a Frank Sanchez fight because you don't know how many life points is left in that motherfucker, man.
Come on.
You're like, bro, like you gotta add that shit to fights. People aging overnight. And this guy has a lot of overnights, man.
I got two other ones. Give him Andy Ruiz, because Andy Ruiz been out the ring for a long time. You can give him Zhang.
Nah, don't give him. You talking about Dubois, right?
Yeah.
Don't feed that man to Jane. Don't feed that man to Jane.
So who?
He done his promoter told him, hey, if you don't win this fight, you know it's over. You know you fucked up, right? You know if you don't win this fight, you fucked up, right?
Yeah.
That's what his promoter told him, and then he came out, did what he's supposed to do. Let him get at least one more fight before you feed him to somebody that's gonna like eat him.
Yeah, give him a confidence booster or something.
Yeah, give him another confidence boost before you like destroy him again.
Hey, yo,
give
I'm gonna
him
hop
like a
out and I'm
junior
gonna hop
fly
back
or
in. I gotta
something.
make a quick phone call. Like y'all boys.
For sure.
All right.
Hey, man, give him like Junior Fa or something like that. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
No.
I didn't see that fight. How did that fight go?
Oh, man,
Oh,
he
man,
got
come
stopped
on,
bad,
man.
bro.
Yeah, you
Like,
gotta
did he
stop
even put up a resistance?
that. Not
Sometimes he got
really,
dropped.
but the thing with Frank Sanchez was he wasn't doing that much either for like 4 or 5 rounds. Once he started to throw combinations, that's when he got them knockdowns, man.
What's that? I can't think of his name. Top Rank got him, the Nigerian dude. Frank Sanchez
Oh,
beat him.
Jogba?
Yeah, give him FA.
Oh, Daniel Dubois?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why not?
That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting because FA at least will come to fight, but FA is limited enough to where Dubois could very well win that fight.
And another thing, FA ain't doing nothing. He ain't fighting nobody. He ain't doing nothing big, bro.
They ain't really giving them like them good fights over there at Top Rank, man. And we all know that they ain't gonna have him facing Jared Anderson. They've been in the same camp and everything like that, so that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, so you just sitting there. I think they're honestly still mad that he lost to Frank Sanchez, to be real with you.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think they're mad that he lost to Frank Sanchez. They gave him that Joe Goodall fight. That was like a giveaway for him, man. Like, come on, man. That was a feeder fight for FA Jogba, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. AJ 64. They need to throw them combinations, but hey, some of these folks can't do it, man. I don't know what's up with them.
You can give Dubois a Charles Martin fight, former world champion.
Yeah, that's a confidence booster. The Charles Martin fight.
Hey, Mr. Walk this earth like a god. I'm gonna be rooting for him.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, he was able to, get through them 10 rounds against Jared Anderson, but I don't know, man. He might have some different type of motivations these days now, man.
Man, I think Charles Martin can make him quit though, because if he let his hands go, which may not be in his package no more, but if he let his hands go, Dubois could very well quit against him.
But this is my thing. Why y'all want to give him a confidence booster for? Like, let's just fight. Give him big. I don't care. Give him
okay. Give him the dude that had probably the more impressive performance in the card, Cabello.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I mean they could probably have him back in the Saudi Arabia, have Cabello versus Dubois. Like, why not?
Mm-hmm.
So this win probably has allowed him to lose a couple more times without people completely writing him off. So that's probably what this win has done to him. So him facing somebody that he could very well lose against is probably okay, because this fight has given him more, not necessarily life, but belief in a sense, like backing. That's what I mean.
Yeah, for sure,
You
man.
got to give Big Baby Miller all the praise for talking it up. He talked this fight up.
Facts.
He did his job. He trashed in the ring, but he did his job outside the ring.
Facts. That's facts, bro. That nigga got a special skill of knowing how to fucking sell a fight, man.
Yep. And that's something Dan Dubois definitely has to work on, because that person
He's boring,
like
bro.
just
He's
trash.
fucking boring.
I'm your daddy. Some. Whatever the fuck he said.
British
That
niggas
shit
is
was
so
funny though.
corny.
Every baby has a daddy, and I'm gonna beat you like I'm your daddy.
Like who told you to say that shit?
British niggas is mad corny. Like, yo, you thought that shit was fly? You really thought that shit was fly? What you say? Yo, these niggas is
Hey man, I
corny,
laughed
bro.
my ass off when he said that.
Yeah, I did too, man.
He was so happy. He was so
that was
proud.
just hilarious, man.
No, you know what boxing need? We need one of these British niggas to be like one of those top boy niggas. I'm tired of these other niggas. I want a big Femi. You feel me? I like big Femi, AJ. I don't like this other fucking those nice, those fake wannabe Eubanks and shit with they classy. I hate that shit. I want to see one of those roadmen, bruv. Give me my food, bruv.
But the crazy thing is that Tyson Fury can talk shit with the best of them, though.
But his shit talking is, I'm talking about culture, like, I want one of them hood niggas from Britain. You feel me? Those niggas that talk like they from Top Boy, You feel me? Hey, you give men direct order, bruv. You feel me? End it. You feel? I want one of them motherfuckers. I want to see that shit.
It's the attitude. It's how you say it too. Like you can say the same thing, but if I don't believe you, bro, it's fake. It's not authentic.
Right? Yeah.
Tyson Fury calling us stuff we ain't never heard before, but we like, yo, okay, he mean business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he like, nah, you ain't real. You don't even believe this stuff you're saying, man. So like, stop it.
Who you said is whatever, so we believe him. Who you said? I didn't hear the name.
Come on, Fury.
Oh, Fury. Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, that's the thing, man. Like a lot of the ones coming from Britain, they just ain't it, man. And the thing with Dubois, like that's what I was saying about this fight. I'm like, it kind of like goes to what you're saying, academic. Like it almost seemed like once a quitter, always a quitter. And then I just said, you know what? Like Miller is just gonna run through this dude and just just make him quit. I mean, that's what I thought, especially when Miller was starting to throw like a right uppercut, left hook combination that was tagging Dubois there in the early part of the fight. And I thought that was gonna be what was gonna have Dubois switch up and then fold. But I'm like, come on, man. He just, you know what I'm saying?
The problem was Big Baby Miller stopped going to the body in the middle rounds. If he would have kept doing that, Dan Dubois probably would have quit.
He wanted to quit. He was thinking about it.
But Big Baby kept head hunting, and then he was missing and getting hit with the jab. And guess what? Dan Dubois kept getting confidence. Oh, I'm still in this. Oh, I'm landing more. Oh, there we go. Now we got the second win.
Dubois said, "I'm about to jab him like Ali."
Man.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like happy for him. Like once he started doing that, you could tell his confidence. He started moving around the ring.
Right?
I was happy for him.
Like after like round 5 or something like that, that's when he started throwing them jabs more. He was throwing like 30 jabs in the round or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
So
did you see Big Baby in the corner? He was looking horrible, bro.
Oh yeah, man. He was like
that was horrible.
Yeah, man. I was like, come on, man. It was just terrible. And then it just looked like it almost looked like he was content with just getting through this fight. And then once he got stopped, that's how I was like, man, come on, man. You can't talk all that smack and then just get torched up in the second half of the fight and then end up getting stopped, bro. Like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, I can't call him a shrimp no more. Like, come on, bro.
I mean, when you're tired though, what can you do?
Yeah, man.
Better hold on.
Other than get hit.
Hold.
Yeah, like hold.
He was too tired to do that though. He couldn't lift his arms up.
Man.
Oh, how much this? Oh yeah, that's right. When Dubois thought that Saudi Arabia Is in Africa?
Oh yeah, I was like, oh my gosh,
Uh,
this is Africa, and what else? We slaughtered lambs. Is that what he said?
yeah, something like that. I don't
Oh my
know, man.
gosh.
see that's cringeworthy right there, man. Like, come on, man. You see some folks when they be talking, man, it's like be cringeworthy, bro. Like, come on, yo. That's like,
Get a
yo,
Jimmy Hart or somebody to do your talking for you, bro.
yeah, man. You need a hype man or something because
Paul
yeah,
Heyman.
dude, like you ain't it. Oh man, yeah.
They need to bring somebody need to hire Paul Heyman as the manager, man, or somebody.
Paul
They're
Heyman.
talking to you.
Yeah, Paul Heyman or something, man. And then
Teddy
like
Long.
what was that, man? You had so that was like 5 consecutive fights, and 5 fights that did end up in a stoppage or a knockout. And then you had Dimitri Bivol against Lyndon Arthur. I'm like, oh God.
I think they did that on purpose.
Why you say that?
Yeah, because like, okay, we know he probably gonna go 12, and then we just bring the excitement back with Wilder and Parker and AJ.
Man.
Yeah, but to his credit, he was more aggressive. I mean, he normally throw his hands, but you could tell he was throwing his hands with intent.
Mm.
He just had a guy who wanted to survive, in my opinion.
Nah, man. This man took his foot off the gas pedal, man.
He could have stopped him in the 12th. Ref was ready to
He
jump.
could have stopped him
Well,
before
there was like
5.
one point where it did that.
He could have stopped him before 5. He chose not to fucking keep it pushing. Bro. That shit frustrated me, bro.
Mm.
Bevo have a couple performances. I think he suffered from like he fights the people's level type shit. I don't like that's the type of shit that I don't like that shit, bro.
I'm like, man. And it's like folks, talking about like Bivol being like one of them top pound for pound guys, but I'm like he don't have that. He don't have
Bro,
that.
you better
Where he
not be
turns around,
questioning.
man.
You better not be questioning Bevo's pound for pound resume. You got fucking Tank at 5, motherfucker. Don't start that shit. Don't fucking start that shit. Nah,
Listen,
bro, we're not
man.
about to do that shit, bro.
Listen,
Nah,
man.
nigga.
Listen,
Nah,
listen,
son.
listen. No.
Nah.
Listen, come on, bro.
Nah.
Bivol. Come on, man. Stop it.
Nah, son.
Bivol.
Son.
Come on.
Nah,
We talking about Dimitri Bivol, bro.
Yeah, we talk about Dimitri Bivol who 11-1 Canelo. That Bivol, man. Yeah, that nigga.
Oh, come on, man. Canelo that didn't belong at. You know what? I ain't gonna.
The Canelo who knocked out the Canelo who knocked out Ward's best win.
All right, I'm about to kill y'all argument. Y'all think he actually gonna fight better BF?
He gonna beat the shit. He gonna flush that cracker's radiator. Bivol better be a fucking trash. What's wrong with you niggas?
Oh my God.
Man.
I said something. I said something earlier on the show for y'all to clip. We seen the preview. We seen the preview to Better BF versus Bivol. The preview was how to pronounce that motherfucker's name?
Versus.
Yes, that was the preview. That was the preview. That
y'all already talked about that fight because I want to talk about it.
Yeah, we already talked about it. That's Bivol versus Better B preview right there. That slow robotic shit with no nuances, bro. Like, bro, I don't get how motherfuckers can sit down here and call themselves boxing fans and say they study the sweet science and turn around and be like, yeah, this motherfucker hit hard, so therefore he's gonna win. Man, he's gonna flush this cracker's radiator. He's so slow and so hittable. It's gonna make Bivol look like a killer, man. Bivol's gonna stop him, bro. And the nigga's always injured and he's breaking down. On top of that, being hittable, Bivol's gonna stop him before 10. And I'm putting money on that. Feel free to bet this money, bro.
I don't think Better BF is as rigid as that other guy. Like, I think that I get the comparison. I understand the comparison. I agree with you on the comparison.
If you go back on the show, if you go back and re-listen, I already said that Magdov is a worse version of Bivol I'll bet you because Beverly do have some nuances and some things towards it. He does. I already said that he is better.
Okay.
I said he's a worse version. But with that being said, Bevo's a bazillion times better than whatever the fuck Kumbaya. He's 1,000 times better than him. You feel me? Like Bevo's gonna box and gonna flip. Yo, them straight punches gonna be so yo. You gonna catch him coming every time he cross that threshold. You're gonna catch him coming in with heat, bro. Like
Can
I'm
I speak on
telling
that
you,
fight?
yeah.
People need to learn that the Andre Ward versus Kovalev 2 strategy is the same strategy to an extent that Terrence Crawford used against Spence. That strategy works. It's the same strategy that Devin used against to some extent. All I'm saying is going to the body, it makes people, it raises their profile in these high championship fights. And that's what allowed him to take that guy out and then land those headshots because he hurt him to the body. People need to just look at what Andre Ward did to Kovalev too, and just use that in these big fights. That need to be a part of your game plan. Obviously, if you ain't got the tools, then don't mess with it. But I'm saying that is a surefire way to raise your standing and be at least in the conversation to win it in these high profile fights. Good job to the Cabiel.
Man, my dog just sucked, man. He just fucking sucked, bro. He's slow, robotic, dog. Like no footwork, and then he like I said, better beef have a little bit of nuance and shit that makes up for the raw and crudeness he has. You feel me? He has a little bit of nuance that makes this guy has nothing. It's nothing, bro. Bro. I'm glad. Like I said, everybody in the Three Kings staff picked him to get upset. So this is nothing new to us. We knew what the fuck we was looking at. This guy's trash. So that's
like Monkmadov was very robotic, in a lot of the fights that he had, man. It was just that, folks was just right in front of him, so he could just beat him down. So anybody
and he was scary too. So there's that he's scary. He like twitch and stuff.
Yeah, that twitch is the only time he move his head, not when he's throwing punches.
That's so true, but it's fucked up. That's true.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
So what's the next fight on this card? So we skip the next fight on this card and go straight to the main event out of respect for certain people.
Damn.
No, we I mean, we don't have to do that yet, man. But that might be the topic of the day. And the other thing with the main event was like I didn't see. Like folks, I don't know what it was with some folks saying that Walling was gonna give Anthony Joshua trouble, man. Like for one,
we know why. Stop acting like people made up their mind about what Americans had made up their mind about what Anthony Joshua was a long time ago, despite all the evidence to prove him like he has no heart, he's a quitter. Nigga, did the Vladimir Klitschko fight not happen? I imagine that shit.
He is a quitter though. He's just a few steps removed from Daniel Dubois.
Damn.
Man, fuck! All I know is
more than a few.
We ain't putting anywhere near Daniel Dubois territory. No.
Yeah, I'm giving people grace periods, but this be a difficult thing with Wilder fans. They say shit like this when you try to give them grace period.
I'm gonna tell the truth about Wilder. I mean, hey, go say it. I mean, it is what it is at this point. I got enough data points now to where I can't not see the shit, So
I never seen Anthony Joshua quit, nigga.
Oh my fucking gosh! You've never seen him quit, really?
The Ruiz fight. This nigga was concussed, nigga. This nigga did not even know what's going on. He was looking at this nigga probably didn't remember none of that shit. Like this nigga was not moving voluntarily, nigga. Like niggas get knocked down, smiling, don't even know where he's at. He's smiling.
Anthony Joshua is Nigerian, not Haitian, right? You do know that, right?
What does that mean? Yeah, Wilder's Nigerian as well.
I was just letting you know. I was just telling you.
Oh yeah, so I had nothing like because the thing I think me and JR we caught a lot of bullets for this shit over the years. Is like what are niggas seeing that makes them 1,000% confident Wilder ever beats? And I ask niggas that, and then I'm like, okay, I acknowledge Wilder's a bigger puncher than AJ. That's true, but the power punch is in play for both of them. Wilder got knocked out by fucking what's the guy name? that they buried the film and they got rid of the film so people like you don't talk about it. What was the guy name? Jr.
Oh man, I had to look that up. That was like
Sconier,
one of the
Harold
first.
Sconier,
Yeah,
Harold
Harold
Sconier too.
Sconius.
I didn't know
Scooner
that.
knock Wilder out, and they buried the film. They gave this nigga 45 seconds to recover. Nobody talks about that shit. Nobody talks about Luis Ortiz had this nigga out on his feet, and then the New York State Athletic Commission came out of nowhere and gave this nigga a whole 30 seconds to check on him to bring him back. Nobody
Man,
brings
that
this
shit was
shit
not
up.
30 seconds.
Oh my
How
god.
long was it?
It was 5
How
seconds.
long? Man, no,
Yeah, it was like
fucking
5
Stop
seconds
it.
extra.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, bro. No, it
Man,
wasn't.
yo,
You say you don't
yo,
like Wilder, bro. That's what it seemed like. You just don't like
Yeah,
Wilder.
that's all it is. Like we understand Wilder's
Yeah.
crew. We get that part, but Joshua,
hey,
you can tell.
He said he was gonna give it a week, but
Don't give it a week.
That's
Can I
all
tell you
did.
something about
That's
Joshua?
it. That's it. Nothing else.
Can I tell you
Yeah.
something about Joshua?
Yeah.
One can tell. You can tell a person who comes from struggle and how they move through life. You can tell a person who come from having everything or at least a lot of things being given to them and how they sort of had this laissez-faire attitude. There's nothing against people who have been privileged in life, you know. Hey, that's great.
That's annoying. That's annoying. I'm gonna let you finish, but that's annoying. I'm gonna tell you why it's annoying, but keep going.
Are you looking in the mirror? Is that why it's annoying?
No. Keep going. I'm gonna tell you why. Keep going.
Okay. And so you can tell that Anthony Joshua is a person who's probably had a lot of things given to him, which is why he had that attitude even in this fight, that little fake hard persona that he was putting on. It was so cringe. It was just like really, guy, you look so awkward even doing that. He did what he was supposed to do. He handled his business when he's locked in. Hey, him changing all these trainers was a good thing. And probably the best trainer for him probably is this guy, the guy that Fury trained with. That's probably the best trainer for him. But Anthony Joshua questioned himself a lot mentally. He questioned the same questions that Dubois was asking himself. He asked himself that too when he's in fights that he has to push through, which is the same question he asked himself in the Vladimir Klitschko fight. But the reason why he was able to pull through is because Klitschko didn't want to take it there as well. Had Klitschko gotten up and he started throwing more punches, Anthony Joshua was so tired that he would have very likely quit.
Okay.
74 years old.
JR, if you were to compare upbringing, because I know you probably are more privy to Anthony Joshua's upbringing than Boxing Academic is. If you were to compare, I don't want to devolve this and this conversation to like hood niggerism and all that shit. I don't want to do that, but fuck it, we already get. Who you think lived more of a rougher life growing up, Joshua or Wilder? The guy who went to jail for selling drugs, or the guy who was playing sports? Growing up.
The guy that was selling drugs.
See, that's shit. That's like they just hit an accent, British accent, expected to be like fucking lions and daisies and shit. You feel me? Like la di da. It's not. Nah.
And what kind of drugs was he selling? Let's dig a little bit deeper. What kind of drugs was he selling?
He was selling weed. But this is England. This is England.
So he had some weed on him, and any other motherfucking in not Alabama in America got weed on them, and they fucking go to jail too. What they fucking do?
No. But what you're saying that this guy lived a privileged and sheltered life. This is something he's saying to knock against him, and not the football playing nigga. You feel me? Not the football playing nigga. You feel me? Not the
I
nigga
can tell a man who went through adversity and a man who didn't, by the way that he handled success and adversity.
When you talk about people who
two
got
totally different things between Joshua and what's his name.
When you talk about people who got shit handed to them, you feel me? We're literally talking about a guy who got knocked out against a jobber, and they deleted the footage and got rid of the fucking footage, so we can't find it. And then you say the other guy who beat 3 world champions, including one of the world champions who just beat Wilder, is the one who got the privilege. That's why I said these Americans who like Wilder are sick in the head. None of the shit they say, if you really break down what they say, I'm like, you dead ass, believe this shit. Why? the same Wilder, the niggas are saying AJ's privilege when Shelly Finkel said Wilder's a baby when it came down to fighting the nigga. You saying they didn't
I'm
want to kick
saying
again.
AJ is weak-minded. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying
He
Wilder.
has
I'm saying
the
Wilder's
tenets
weak.
of a weak-minded person. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
They're
So
all weak
we got two sides. We got one side saying that AJ's weak minded, and another side is saying Wilder's weak minded.
but they're all
Oh
weak
man, it's
minded. All of them. They all been through adversity. They all done switched up trainers. All of them. Wilder was doing the psychedelics to even decide if he want to fight anymore. AJ lost to Ruiz, and he over there getting therapy and stuff like that. He don't know what to do.
This nigga Josh. Wait, dude. First of all, we want to talk about weak-minded. Did you hear Wilder's post-conference? I mean, the press conference. I don't
Is
have the
that really
fire.
weak-minded though,
That's
or is
not
it a
weak.
man who?
That's a man that's not hungry anymore, bro. He got
Yes,
his
a
money.
man
Yeah,
He
who's
good.
silk pajamas,
weak,
who's sleeping in
weak,
silk
weak.
pajamas.
Because he got in the ring thinking it was something else. He got in the. He wasn't thinking that when he got in the ring. That first
Just
right hand, Joseph Parker hit him. He realized, oh yeah, I am weak. But
listen. The only
but
thing
that's called being a man. That's
Wilder.
called being a man. That's
The
called
only
being a man. That's called self-res. Like that's why I said the standard is annoying. The standard y'all have is annoying. Like most of this shit, I tell people this shit. This is not. I tell this shit to JR 1,000 times. A lot of this shit's not even towards American. I go at British people. I go at everybody. The problem with boxing fans, and I'm excluding myself, the rest of y'all niggas, not me. Y'all niggas is xenophobic and nationalistic too much. Y'all base shit upon what promotional company you niggas fight, what country from, how he talk. I swear to God, that's how y'all rank shit. Because that's why Tank is that high, nigga. You guys do not rank shit based off just the actual bread and butter of what niggas do.
So
I know
let me
that.
ask you this:
Wait.
you ain't never been around people in the room with people, and you can tell the weakest nigga in the room. You've never been able. Maybe you haven't.
Let
Hey,
me
let me
tell
just
you,
shut the
like,
fuck up.
I've been
I
to
don't know.
prison. I've been to prison. Listen, let me tell you, I've been in prison, right? So I'm gonna give you an example. I went to parole with 25 niggas. I'm the only nigga who got my date. So I'm the only nigga who know I'm going home. I grew up, I'm chilling, fam. I'm chilling. I'm reading National Geographics. I'm reading my Ring magazine books. I'm doing all that shit. I'm chilling. There's a nigga in there who see me chilling and he interprets it incorrectly. So he starts fucking with me. But me, I know I have 3 months until my parole date. So I'm mature enough to know I can whoop your ass. I don't have to show it. So I'm ignoring him. He gets bolder and bolder until I have to fight the nigga. Now, all the new niggas who came in, because in prison niggas come and go. So all the new niggas who came in, they didn't know me when I first got in there and I had the scrapper cut. They didn't know that. They just seen chill, relax, and I'm ready to go home. So all these niggas thinking I'm fool until the nigga got washed. So niggas interpret shit incorrectly all the fucking time. That don't mean nothing.
Can I say something to that?
I done had niggas brought me lunch. I had niggas brought me lunch thinking I was food, and I ate well. You feel me? Like I ate well, my nigga. You feel me? That shit don't mean nothing. And I know, especially when it comes to niggas who got accents. Like a nigga like me, I got accents. I already know how some Americans get when they like, oh yeah, that. I already seen it because I done had a lot of lunch like that too, nigga. So I know how it is. You feel me? Shit.
Can I say
Yeah.
something?
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead,
sorry you went through that everything. However, the socialization, the culture of jail ain't the culture of regular living hood. So while I understand your scenario and I do agree with you, I feel everything you're saying. That ain't the culture of just like regular life out here, to where you kind of gotta fight somebody. That's different than you just going through life where if you fight somebody, you go to jail.
Oh wait, hold up. My bad, guys. 3 King Boxing is having a meeting, so unfortunately, duty called. So I'll catch up with you guys next week, man. And by the way, y'all check out 3kingsboxing.com, man. By the way, bro.
For sure.
All right,
All right.
All right, man.
Yeah,
All
the whole back and forth with academic is so bad. Oh man, almost got off the rails there with that, man. I was just gonna be talking about this whole thing with Joshua just getting his win over Otto Walling and saying like, hey man, yeah, Walling was just not the dude on there. Shout out to William old school in the building here supporting the boxing source, man. Like it goes to what you were saying there, academic reference to the trainers. Like, I mean, he's had, Rob McCracken. He's had, Robert Garcia. And then the past couple of fights, he had Derek James. And now he's here with Ben Davison. And, it looks like he's, becoming more comfortable in what he's doing now. You've seen him, kind of like see things coming a little bit more, as far as like the punches that came from Otto Wallin and, being able to time Wallin a little bit better and, use the, right hand to the body a few times and throw, some combinations too. But, that's the thing that I feel like it was something to where he was like, being more comfortable as far as like being more active. I think him having, the two previous fights also, helped him a bit, to kind of like be on there. Wait a minute, Zoe back? Are you back?
Yeah, man.
And
The
the-
meeting,
and
the
the
meeting not
best-
till 9. The meeting not till 9.
The best thing about it is that he fought with confidence.
Yes.
Out of everything that came, and he overmatched the dude and stuff, he fought with confidence, and you could tell he fought like he was the same guy who was fighting to keep a belt, before he lost and stuff. So
Wait,
that's
hold
the
on.
biggest thing.
Before I continue, can I say something? Can I say one thing I've been wanting to say because I've been seeing people on social media say this, and I vehemently disagree with this nonsense. Wilder is not washed. This was not an anomaly. That performance was no different than the performance he gave you versus Ortiz too. He just finally landed that punch. Let's not pretend this is some anomaly. Wilder is a low output puncher. He doesn't throw a lot of punches. He wait for that one big punch. That's how you've been fighting for the last 8 years since the first Deverne fight. The best performance he ever had in his career was the first Deverne fight when he had a sharp, accurate Japanese move. After that fight, he fell too in love with the power, and this is how he's been fighting. So there's no need to pretend his Joseph Parker show is an anomaly. This is his style of fighting. And I've been seeing a lot of people spreading this misinformation. If somebody can show me some film to show me something else, feel free to do that. But this is the same Wilder we have always seen.
I'm gonna say this. I agree with you absolutely. I feel like Deontay Wilder was set up, man. You got AJ taking on Otto Wallin. I got Joseph Parker. Have you seen Joseph Parker's resume?
Yeah,
He
he lost
fought
the
everybody.
Chisora
He can fight. He can fight. He can fight everybody. And then not only that, like Wilder hasn't been in the ring, 2 years? One fight, 30 seconds at the most in the past 2 years? Come on, bro. I didn't like that. I didn't like
I agree
how he
with you
was
too,
looking.
though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get Joseph Parker. That's some bullshit.
Nah, you see, I disagree with that because a lot of motherfuckers picking. You see, that's some things. That's something people say in the hindsight, but too many people is picking Wallin to be AJ for people to be switching it now and saying, "Wow, they set Wilder up." I don't want to hear that because niggas were saying, "Wow, AJ was supposed to lose to Wallin." A lot of people saying that, so I don't want to hear that.
That's because they
After
don't
that,
like AJ. That's why everybody's gonna pick Wallin because they don't like AJ.
Yeah, you right, niggas don't.
Because they smell that bitch in AJ. That's why they picked Wallin.
Oh, see, here we go.
You know how much that's crazy, man. Because like they said, Wilder sent that nigga an offer of $50 million, asking to fight him in a network that they had no connections to, and everybody went crazy over that PR stunt.
He
I'm
should
like,
have
bro,
asked for the 50 million.
Jr. Where did he want to? Where did Wilder's team want that fight? What network did they want that fight to take place in England?
What is it? Showtime?
Nah, when they wanted to, when they sent that 50 mil to AJ, what network in England did they want that fight to take place in?
Oh, the thing on BT Sport?
Yeah, and who was they affiliated with at the time?
I think it was on Sky, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was with Scott. Nigga, it was a publicity stunt. And I don't know why you guys acting like that was a real offer. Like, why not fight him in Scott? None of you guys have any connection to BT Sport. That's literally and y'all understand this shit because it happens. It's no different than ESPN saying, well, we sending $50 million for Ryan Garcia to fight Tank, but it got to be on ESPN. First of all, you're not connected to any of these niggas or networks, so what the fuck you talking about? It's no different than that. That's some bullshit. And you guys know it's bullshit, but you guys just at Wilder FC, so you guys got a team Wilder, so you guys got to push that narrative. You know it's not true. But you know what really did happen? You know what really did happen? This nigga turned down the zone deal to fight AJ. That definitely happened. And then
no. No,
And
the
then he
zone
came,
was on record saying they messed that deal up. You
and then
Google that.
Wilder's also on record saying, "Oh, Fury, I didn't have to fight you. I could have went and fought AJ." Blah
Hey, why
blah
we
blah
talking
blah.
about the past?
Yeah,
Why
right.
we ain't talking about the present?
Let's talk
Oh,
about
that
it.
shit hit
No,
hard.
you're right. You're right. Wilder did say that, but guess what? He's a man of He's a man of his word. He said, "I'm gonna fight Fury again. I'm busy. I'm fighting Fury again."
Yeah. Man, we know what it is, man. We know what it is because that fight always gonna end
Carl,
one
we
way.
there?
That fight was always gonna end one way. This Wilder get knocked out mid with a counter mid windmill. That's how that fight was always gonna end. Mid windmill, he gets caught with something. That's how that shit was always gonna happen.
Or AJ getting knocked out the first round with the right hand.
Nah, nigga, because Wilder doesn't throw enough punches. Well,
Don't need to.
Wilder doesn't throw. He does it. That's his style of
But
fight. He doesn't throw. Wilder doesn't throw a lot of punches. He like to
all right.
sit back. He like to sit back and wait for punches, and he also doesn't have good defense. So you telling me, you tell me from the time it takes for Wilder to land a punch on AJ, like when waiting for the perfect outcome, you tell me AJ was just not gonna walk him down. AJ's not gonna hit him at will because Wilder have no defense. AJ's not gonna hurt him because Wilder can't take a punch. Wilder got hurt by Harold Sconier. He got knocked out. Like, why do we act like this didn't happen? He got hurt by Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz didn't hit nobody else but him.
Luis Ortiz hurt almost everybody he was in the ring with.
Exactly.
He hurt Ruiz? He hurt Ruiz?
Yes.
When?
AJ got hurt by Klitschko, a 57-year-old Klitschko coming fresh off.
Yeah. He got hurt by somebody who Shelly Finkel said, "I don't want to fight him because Wilder's a baby." That's when he got hurt by. Yes, that did happen.
So what we know for sure is that based upon Wilder's output yesterday, Joshua is licking his chops to fight Wilder now. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
No, stop saying that. This is the same Wilder. This is no different than the other Wilder.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Based upon Wilder's output, Joshua is now licking his chops to fight Wilder. There was apprehension from Joshua because Joshua understood, even though Wilder is what we know he is, he's a very low output puncher. He's a guy that doesn't have the same boxing skills as everybody else. He's a guy that we've seen don't take punches well anymore because he got a dent in his head from Fury. But based upon, even with all of that being said, Anthony Joshua was apprehensive to fight him because he understood he could hit me one time and this fight will be over with because I don't move my damn head. But guess what?
We talk about the same nigga who ducked Dillian.
Yes, let me finish. Let me just finish last point.
Man.
So now, Wilder's output, Wilder, it looks like he's even in him being everything I just named, it even looks like now he's a different fighter because it may tell us that mentally he not there anymore. He may be at the point where he is sleeping in his silk pajamas and ain't doing, probably what he need to do to even the thing that I am disappointed, but I understand it, is that his team is working with him on so much stuff to where he's probably, I ain't saying he confused, but you know how when you're learning something new and you get so much stuff in front of you, you ain't doing nothing specifically good because you so busy thinking about how you do everything, as opposed to him doing the one thing good, which is his 1-2. He's so focused on everything else to where he wasn't focused on what his bread and butter was, his 1-2.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee said you said Bruce Lee too?
No, I disagree because I don't think that's what happened. I think it's
Bruce Lee said that he's more afraid of the man who does one kick 1,000 times than the man who does 1,000 kicks one time. And what we saw yesterday was
a man. That's a movie star. He can't fight for real. Who gives a fuck?
What?
What we saw was a man do 1,000 kicks one time in his own way versus doing that one kick 1,000 times. And combine that with Wilder not being the best boxer, with Wilder not having a great output, with Wilder not taking punches well, you take away that one kick 1,000 times, then you get like, yes, Wilder is what he's always been. He's a person who's gonna get outboxed and lose rounds, but the differentiator was him being able to land the 1-2. He didn't really try that yesterday.
Wilder was running around for the first 3-4 rounds, bro. Using
Listen,
movement. I
like-
get it, trying to draw you in, but pump the jab a little bit.
another thing I would like to mention, if you guys go to Three King Boxing and look at the archives, in 2017, we all was calling for Joseph Parker versus Deontay Wilder. Now, breakdown that we gave in 2017 is the exact same way the fight panned out now. So that's why a person like me is not seeing this differently than how I saw it. This is the same Wilder. This is the same. If you go, like I said, go to Three King Boxing, go to our archives, you'll see we had an article in 2017 breaking down this exact fight, and it went out the exact same way. We said
But just
that
because you predicted something don't mean that you can't be wrong. Wilder
that's
after
cool.
Tyson
That's cool.
Fury
But
is
the
a
fight-
different Wilder.
But
Because Wilder was able to take punches a lot better before he got concussed 2 or 3 times with Tyson Fury.
okay, what's the evidence of that he was able to take punches? Because he got knocked out by Howard Scornier before he became world champion.
Man, you talking about this Kaiser Soze shit, man. We don't what you talking about?
There's no film. It doesn't happen.
and then who's the 5'10" nigga who dropped him in the Olympics? That bum ass nigga.
It never happened.
No, that was actually on film. I'll post that. Can you want to bring that up, JR? I'll send it to you. I'll email it to you right now.
That wasn't Wilder.
I think it's out there somewhere, man. I think
Yeah,
it's
I
out
think
there
that
somewhere.
one. Yeah, so like
but-
this, yeah.
But given this is kind of like what Academic was talking about, but some like in the past, right? Like Academic, you'll bring up something in reference to like the opponents of Deontay Wilder and how like some of them aren't the same after fighting Deontay Wilder. Well, it seemed like here in this instance that Deontay Wilder wasn't the same after fighting Tyson Fury.
What's
we
different?
We really didn't get that answer in this fight against Robert Helenius because it was just one round, right?
What's different based off what y'all see? What's different?
He's not a dog no more.
Bro, in round two, Joseph Parker lands a big right hand. Wilder stumbles, plants his feet, and cocks back a perfect left hand and throws it and missed because of his footwork issue. He was could get somebody who had herky jerky head movement, who was able to time the right hand when his footwork was off. That's something you can watch on film that we just said fight had to take advantage over. That has nothing to do with this nigga decreasing. Nothing decreased. This is the same person.
Just because his skills.
Hold on. Here's another thing. Here's something that really pissed me off, and this is a shot at JR. This is some shit that really fucking grind my gears. Golovkin, you clearly see age. You clearly see Golovkin age around there's a difference between what you saw in 2012 and what you saw in 2015. You clearly see the age factor, the speed, everything is flying. But niggas that didn't like Golovkin, y'all didn't say it was the age. Y'all said, nah, he stepped up an opponent, so he didn't look the same.
Canelo fight took a lot out of him.
No. He slowed. I was seeing the slowdown. I was seeing the slowdown in speed before the Lemieux fight happened. I was saying, he's not as fast as he was. He's slowing down. I was saying that before the Lemieux fight happened. It wasn't the Canelo fight didn't take shit. I mean, that shit was been happening. But because niggas don't fuck with Triple G, the argument was he ain't get older. The competition level rise. Where would you rank Joseph Parker and opponents Wilder has fought? Is this the second best opponent after Fury? Is he the second best opponent?
Yeah,
Joseph Parker. So maybe he stepped up in competition. This is what the fuck happened.
The thing is,
on C-level niggas.
The thing is, yes, most every boxer Wilder faces are better boxers than him. He's going to get outboxed. The difference is what pound for pound said, the mentality. You could have a Wilder to be losing most rounds and still be in the fight. No different than Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis losing rounds, but Gervonta Davis still got that mentality where he knows, let him connect on you, he will get you out of there.
So you think you guys say?
Let me just say one last thing.
Yeah.
It was also some good planning from Joseph Parker, because every time he saw Deontay Wilder take that little skip step and then lean into the left, do the jab, lean into the right hand, he got closer to Wilder and got into Wilder's chest.
Yep.
So that one move right there that one move, which is similar to what Tyson Fury did, but obviously Tyson Fury was more cumbersome, was able to neutralize what Wilder was doing. My question is, why did no one on his team tell him to throw that right hand to what's his name's body, to his sternum? Why did nobody tell him to not throw that punch at his chest? Why was there no adjustment in that part? That's what I'm asking.
I'm gonna tell you what we said in our breakdown and what I saw happen in us yesterday. Whenever Wilder took that cross step, which you're not supposed to do, when his fucking legs do a whole fucking X when he's trying to pivot out, we said every time he does that, Joseph Parker would lunge in, no matter how far away he is, would lunge in because he knows even if you miss, Wilder would not be in position to counter you for that. And then I'm gonna clip a couple of scenes and send it to you. I'll just show you what I mean. It happened every fucking time. This nigga take that cross step, the little cross step, and his legs would do the fucking X sign. Whatchamacallit would just launch in with a fucking wild overhand right with no repercussion of a counter coming because you can't counter. You physically can't counter. And that's a technical issue that has existed forever. That has nothing to do with a dog. You know, it's a dog. The reason I disagree with you guys on the dog, because what I said in round 2, when he got hit with that first right hand, his leg was crossed. He still threw that awful ass right hand. That shows you he's still reactive. It's just fundamentally, this is a technical issue. That's why the punch is not landing. It's a technical issue. It's not
always been a technical issue.
Yeah,
pretty much.
So what's the difference in 49 fucking knockouts then? If it's always been a technical issue.
Here's my issue. Hold on.
Hold on.
I'll go on this one, Zoe. I'll go on this one.
Okay.
Here's my issue with what I saw with Wilder on that, right? Is that I felt like he was really more of a reactive type of a person, in that he wanted to take the shot or just was going to stay there and take the shot instead of being confident in the right hand and try to shoot it as a counter. And leaning back gets him to being out of position. But if he was just stationary and just, being there in order to stand on his 2 feet and just shoot the counter, then yeah, I would say that he would be able to get it, because if he was able to do that while Parker is coming in, you're pretty much getting him while he's at mid-range. And that's where Wilder is at his best when it comes to his right hand, is when it's at mid-range. When it's at a distance or up close, it really doesn't affect his opponent. But when it's at mid-range, that's when he really gets the most out of his punch.
And another thing,
he's like at that condition where he was in, is like at 212, because when he came in there with like 212, 215, it's more about him being quick instead of him being strong and not, having energy in the later part of the round. So that's what I was looking for with Deontay Wilder, is being quick twitch.
And another thing I want to say about an academic, you said, why does he have all those knockouts? Because I illustrate this shit 1,000 times and people
what?
I illustrate this shit 1,000 times.
No, Wilder. You said Wilder have what? I didn't hear you.
Why does Wilder have all these knockouts if it's a technical issue? Because they consistently put him in the ring, no matter how much you guys try to pretend these guys is good. You feel me? They put him in the ring with guys that can't exploit technical issues. That's it. That's the truth. And you guys ignore. You guys hype up. You guys act like Joe Washington was some fucking killer. You guys do this shit. Like, he had the same, bro. He has this, like, even in the Luis Ortiz.
So Luis Ortiz can't exploit technical issues. Tyson Fury can't exploit technical issues.
Luis Ortiz.
Both of them two can't exploit technical issues. He tied with Tyson Fury. He knocked out Luis Ortiz twice. What are you talking about?
Luis Ortiz literally. Luis Ortiz was exploiting the technical issues the entire night, which is why he was winning the fight, which is why he was winning both fights. He got caught.
And then what happened?
Yeah, he got caught. He got caught. The first fight is a little. The first fight, we're not gonna act like the nigga didn't get one of the lifelines. Amy broke one of the lifelines. You'll broke him there. Not because you gotta ask, because MVO explained this to me. MVO said no, New York has discretion for when they get to check on a fighter. You feel me? I'm just saying. It's funny when Wilder got hurt, he got checked on. When Luis got hurt, the fight stopped. You feel me? That's interesting. You feel there was no discretion for Ortiz there. That's kind of interesting to me. You feel me?
Didn't Joshua get checked on when he got hurt in the what's the name fight one? In the Ruiz fight one, where they went and looked at him or something? Didn't they do the same thing for Joshua?
They did?
Joe did.
They did? Oh, good. Well, fuck him then. He lost that fight too. Fuck him then. And I picked Ruiz. Another thing, I picked Ruiz to win that fight. And then another thing, you guys could go on my Facebook page and just click Andy Ruiz on my search page. I've been screaming for Andy Ruiz versus Wilder since 2014. I've been screaming for that since 2014. Nobody wanted to listen to me. But anyway, what I'm saying, Wilder, and then you bringing up like the draw, like you gotta be a sick person with mental issues to really have the nerve to call that fucking fight a draw. You know
If
the
you
fuck
get
that shit
knocked
was.
down three times, then that's
He
6
didn't get
points.
knocked down 3 times. He didn't get knocked down 3 times. Yeah.
He got knocked down twice.
Try to throw mystery numbers in there. How many rounds outside of that you thought he won? What mystery rounds did you send to them?
I'll send you my scorecard.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
I want to know what you thought about Fury's flopping gloves. How come we ain't seen him since the first fight?
Fury's flopping glove. I think you guys was looking for some. I think you guys were so desperate that y'all was looking for anything to give flopping glove. I watch Muhammad Ali gloves open all the fucking time. I can send you a picture of Spence gloves doing that shit. I can show you some footage of Spence gloves. Y'all niggas just only care about it because Wilder got beat up. So y'all looking for anything. You feel me? It's embarrassing, my nigga. It's fucking embarrassing.
A person who's used to bare knuckle fighting, you telling me that there's no smoke and fire there?
Y'all niggas, you know what smoking fire? The fact that the footage got deleted of him being knocked out, and all is that picture of him looking glassy. That's smoking fire.
Existed.
That's smoking fire that you niggas don't like looking at. That's smoking fire. Smoking fire is a 50-year-old man having you in trouble. The corner came and stopped the fight. Like when the rings, they didn't even look at you when you was in the corner. They waited till you walked out and the start of the round and noticed you was wobbling and said, "Nah, fuck that."
Can we control that? Is that something that we can control? Is that our fault that they did that? Like, why you still talking about that shit over with?
No, it's over with when it's something about Wilder, where it's somebody else past everything to get everybody else who's a potential Wilder before it's all good. That's my issue with. Listen, it's not just y'all. It's not just y'all. When I'm in those British groups, those delusional British people are just as bad as you niggas is. It's all you niggas.
I'm saying let's talk about something more relevant. Like we was talking about like Wilder.
Like the Wilder thing as far as like him having this issue with Parker in comparison to the other fighters. Like, I mean, for me, my thing was Parker and his trainer Andy Lee like scouted Wilder very well and was, able to nullify the right hand. And while he was able to do that, he was able to try to time what Wilder was doing early and throwing that wide right hand towards Wilder. And instead of Wilder just being confident and like having his left hand up to see that right hand coming in and try to shoot his right hand, he just leaned back continuously.
And Ortiz never really, not Ortiz. What the fuck's his name?
Parker.
Joseph Parker. Parker never stopped doing the herky jerky shit. Even when he wasn't moving his feet, he still was herky jerky. Like if you see Ortiz had a moment in round 8 where he just stopped and he decided to size up Wilder, and because he wasn't moving, Wilder lined up with that 129. It just took that 1 second, you feel me, of you not exploiting his technical flaw. It just took that 1 second. This nigga Joseph Parker never gave an altitude because even when he was off balance, he was fucking herky jerky. And the number 2, this is something I'm gonna say. Wilder had a few punches that I never seen before, and I was actually proud of him. You feel me? He got some couple uppercuts in on the inside. I never seen him use that before. You feel me? Like I'm like, oh shit, that's pretty neat. You feel me? Too bad he sucks. You feel me?
Which goes to the point of what I said. He was so busy thinking about everything to where he didn't focus on what actually gives him the best chance to beat these top guys.
I had to get off the live earlier when you said that because I had an answer to that. I said I actually think it's the opposite, and the reason I say that is because to this date, Wilder's best performance I've ever seen him have was when he won the WBC title against the Rook. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Sharp, accurate jab, educated movement. You feel me? Using his length. You feel me? Right hands, combinations. You even went to the body a couple of times.
You're literally saying what I just said.
Yeah, no.
But you're adding more detail to it.
No. I said that was his best performance. What happened is after Stavern fight, he went to over reliance on jab right hand. His punching output went down. Everything went down because he became too reliant. So I think it's the opposite of what you're saying. He got garbage because he became too reliant on that shit. He became too predictable. And because he had fans saying, well, all you need to do is be perfect for 1 second, he got that shit stuck in his head, wouldn't listen to Mark Green and got stuck on that. We could have got a way better heavyweight if he would have continued being versatile like he was against Bill, would have got a way much better heavyweight than this fucking scrub we got right now. That nigga
So
got
let me get this right. What I heard you say was you said his best performance was Stavern 1. In
yeah.
Stavern 1, what he did mostly was he jabbed, jab, and he used the jab to maneuver around the ring. And whenever he got an opportunity, after jabbing, he threw his right hand. That's what you said. So it's no different, which is the difference. I do agree with you to an extent. The difference is he ain't fucking jabbing. He stopped fucking jabbing and setting up, being able to set up the right hand. But his thing that made him do well is him fucking jabbing and throwing the right hand, jabbing and throwing the right hand. It started with the jab. I do agree with you on that, but he got away from it. I agree with you on the other part too. That you know, he just walk around the fucking ring. It's
he had a 4-inch reach.
Really got away from that.
Parker didn't even.
Oh, what you said?
So he had a 4-inch reach advantage. Yeah, reach. He had a 4-inch reach advantage on Joseph Parker. Didn't even use it.
Didn't use it.
Like, I never understood this. You're trained by fucking Mark Breland. Like, look at your body type. Look at the way your body shaped. Like, nigga, Mark Breland was a fucking animal. How are you trash? Like, I don't understand this shit, nigga. No, real talk, this shit bothers me.
Man, you know that man ain't trash. Come on.
Nigga, bro, when you look at the tools, like foot speed, power, length, pause, all that shit, it's the perfect. And then you add Mark Breland or somebody. This nigga should have been in Kronk Gym with that fucking length, with that jet. Like, why you trash? There's no reason for you to be trash.
He's not trash. Come on, let's be serious.
Listen, bro.
Come on.
He's trash, man.
He said it would have been a week, but yo.
And I don't get it because I start off as a Wilder fan because we didn't have like a black heavyweight champion in so fucking long that
and then you said, "Oh, he not Haitian, so I don't like this nigga no more." That's what you said.
Nigga. I knew he was. I didn't give a fuck. And then the whole story, the whole daughter story, the story of his daughter shit. I was rocking with him, even to the point that I was ignoring what the fuck I was seeing in the ring. I was ignoring that shit. I'm like, he gives a fuck. Yeah, obviously. I noticed he sucked early on. I just was ignoring it because I was rooting for him. And then when he did the heel change, he started talking in third, like, you know how he be trying to talk like he's deep, like he be trying to sound smart. He be trying to talk in those low like a villain, like a fucking villain. He say some stupid, like, dog, this nigga's the dumbest nigga I've ever seen, dog. Like the shit he said.
Come on, man. Just because you don't understand the shit. You could tell the man grew up in church and he said stuff from his mind that is deep stuff to him. So let him say what he want to say.
Man, this nigga said, this nigga son got the autopsy report.
He got what?
Said that. His brother Marcellus said that.
He got what?
We got the autopsy report.
Yeah, that was
bad. Autopsy report.
Yeah.
When they got the dent in his head after the fight.
Oh yeah.
That was bad.
Nigga, you alive. You alive.
That's funny.
But here's when I really noticed that Wilder fans, I try my hard. I'll troll them and make fun of them, but I'll never get to a hardcore debate because I realize you can't debate these kind of people. Because when Wilder was gone for like 10 months after the Fury fight and he came back and did his big, reveal on Instagram Live, he said, "Your king is here." And none of his fan bases, like beta males, nobody was cool. They were all, "Yes, king." I'm like, "Oh, y'all niggas beta males." I know. Y'all not
what make a man a beta male because they are saying, "We glad you back, champ."
No, he said, "Your king is here." That's exactly what he said. That's how he started. He said, "Your king is here." Nigga like, yes. Nigga like, yes, my king. Bro, nigga, my boy NVO.
No, if one of them white motherfuckers would have said it, would you be okay with that shit then?
Nigga, I would have been tight, nigga. My boy NVO. The reason I never me and NVO had a steak dinner bet, right? I never cashed in on it because the look in NVO's face after the fight was he cried. I can't cash in on that. I can't cash that shows you it's different. I'm not even saying that to be funny. I'm just showing that shows you it's different, bro. Like Wilder fans, it's past boxing with them, though. I don't know what it is. Like it's not has nothing to do. They look at him as a civil rights leader, bro. Like it's something completely different, my nigga, bro. It's not boxing, dog. Okay, if you cry over somebody, my nigga,
So just because he has loyal fan support, you hate that shit, huh? That shit boil your blood, huh?
That's bitter.
Make
That's
you
bitter male.
pissed off, don't it?
That's beta male. Somebody said your king
Man.
is here. Your king is here, my nigga. Like,
Man, let that man be great, man. Let that man be great. Just because he got a great following,
your
what is
king.
that?
Your king is here, man, bro. I don't know,
No,
man.
it
I was
sounds
Nah,
like you don't like
Man,
him.
bruh.
Did he take one of your bitches or something? Like what was it?
because And speaking of
uh,
taking bitches, that's a bad flex. This nigga's a bozo on top of now. That's not just him. This is all boxers and all athletes in general. Niggas is bozos when it comes to bitches because this remember when Wilder was trying to make fun of Dillian White. He said, "Oh, I got one of your side pieces." Dillian White like, "I know you married her."
Oh.
That's disgusting, nigga. You're disgusting. Like that was Gerald Miller's side piece. Like she was fucking Big Baby. You want that?
Nigga, everybody girl is somebody else side fucking piece. Like if you
No.
dig down deep enough, then she
She was a
fucked somebody
groupie.
else.
She was
This
a
ain't the
boxing
damn
groupie.
old
No,
days
this
when you
is different.
fuck virgin, nigga.
She was a
All
groupie.
these girls is gone, nigga. You
She
don't
was
know
a
that shit,
groupie. She was a groupie, my nigga. That's a groupie. Like I said,
man. Stop talking
listen,
about
Man,
that
that's
that
that
dude
man.
wife, man.
wow, come
Nobody
on,
trying to hear
man.
that shit, dog.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Shakur, my guy, said the same thing. I said, I think it's because boxers, the dedication they have to give. A lot of these boxers, especially the ones who was good as amateurs, a lot of niggas had to drop out of school. They had to sacrifice a lot of their social life. So I think when they finally get into money, they just do weird shit. Like Devin Haney's first girlfriend was Black China. Where's your fucking daddy at? Where's your dad? What the fuck is this nigga doing in your life, nigga? What the fuck is you doing?
I think that was a publicity stunt, man. That was kind of smart.
No, them niggas
He
is
was on
sick.
fire, bro.
No, them niggas. I'm telling you, that's how these box. If you've been around, good amateur boxers, been in the amateur. A lot of niggas drop out of school early because the dedication it takes to get good at that shit. Do all these tournaments. They be homeschooled. They don't be socialized. So they
Don't
grow
let
up
me ask
with
you a
it.
question.
Jump it off at
Yeah,
like 16.
Don't let me ask you a question.
yeah.
So based upon his girl's image now, would you say that if you had to say that she's more of a dedicated girl to him, or is she out there going? Which one you think it is at this present point in time?
I think if he Mike Tyson his cash, she gonna fuck with Gerald Anderson, Big Baby Anderson. That's what I think is gonna happen. If he blew his cash, she be with Big Baby Anderson right now.
If what?
I think if Wilder blew his cash and went broke, she would be with Big Baby. She'll be with the next heavyweight champion of
Man,
the
we
world.
can't speak about what like female
I'm just,
nature is in general. I'm saying I ain't talking about what she will do. I'm saying right now, based upon how she rocks with him now, the appearance of it, because we will never know. Does it appear that she down for him, or it appear that she out here on OnlyFans giving it up to everybody, getting attention and doing that to everybody? If she was a hoe, she looks like she changed her life for him now. So guess what? Good for him.
my bad. But all right, you're
This is
right,
a
you're right.
terrible
I'm
conversation.
gonna say one thing. I'm about to say one more thing about a boxer's wife is not Wilder. Why Charlo stopped his wife for? I heard he stopped her in 8.
Man, stop.
No.
All right, let's
Oh
change the subject.
God.
Yeah, let's move forward on this.
Yeah,
Yo, we gotta see if we still got this fight between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder that's gonna happen, man. Yo,
Damn.
Joshua said like after his fight with Wallin and they talked about him and Wilder, he said like me and him could still get it on, we could still get it cracking. I believe I'm a massive threat. I still think Wilder is a threat, and I still think it does amazing numbers if we get it on. But he said he leaves it down to his team on that. So for
listen,
me,
he's a
do
businessman.
we feel like Wilder and Joshua having a fight next year? Because they said that they were signed to fight on like March 9th of next year or whatever it is. Do people still think that it's a big fight?
Yes, it's the biggest fight in the division, and it doesn't matter.
I think it's lost its luster.
No, I don't think so, nigga.
It's at the lowest it's ever been.
Yeah, the reason I don't think so is because, like I said, I tell people this. This is the good thing of my criticism of Wilder fans. These niggas, it doesn't matter. If the fight sign, y'all can say what y'all want right now because it just happened. It's fresh on the mind. If the fight gets signed right now, the Bomb Squad hashtags will be going up. You will be. There's nothing has changed, bro. As soon as the fight gets signed, nothing has changed. These Wilder fans, that's how they are. If Wilder decided to fight Tyson Fury 20 times. They'll pick him to beat Tyson Fury 20 times. That's just how they are. This fight is still big. It doesn't matter. It's still big.
This is my thing. What was the point of them even having separate fights? Why didn't they just sign to just fight each other?
I don't fucking know.
You know what I'm saying?
That was my thing.
If you were gonna do that, why didn't Wilder pick a less?
I'm glad they didn't, because it would have been ugly yesterday.
Nah, it would have been different, bro.
I don't know.
I'm saying the output that I see him put out, this fight hopefully make him get his mind right and go back and train what he need to train to do the specific sharpshooter thing he do. And then when he fight Joshua, he gonna be motivated. They gonna focus on what his strengths are.
But I think that whole thing with Ruiz, man, that kind of like was something because
fucked it up. Yeah, that put him in the shelf for too long.
The thing about it was, I was like, yo, they should have been had that fight with Andy Ruiz, man. Like if he would have got in there with Ruiz and then was able to get the win against Ruiz and then turn around and have the fight with Joshua, then he would really have a shot there. You know what the problem was?
Ruiz wanted too much money, and then on top of that, he went through a divorce. So unless that divorce got finalized, I ain't getting no big payday.
What is bond?
Hey, that was similar to Jamal Charlo and his wife. They were going to that divorce joint, so that's why he ain't get the Canelo fight first.
You think they might put the rematch on Amazon Prime?
What?
Mel and his wife.
Oh my God.
Oh jeez.
I'm just trying to figure out where was that Mel at when he fought Canelo.
That's what I said. That's why I'm joking so hard. I said he stopped. That's why I say he stopped. He saved every punch for her. That he was punched out. He punched out.
So how you know he did whatever to his wife? Like, where you getting that from?
He was there's a clip of him talking about it, bragging about it, that she's acting just like a girl because she called the police. He said, "Yeah, I socked in her eye. She act just like a regular bitch. She wouldn't call the police. I thought she was tough."
That could be taken out of context. Not condoning, not saying not believe or anything. But what if they was play fighting? What if they got in the ring and she put some gloves on and then whatever?
Well, he still stopped her in 8. It doesn't matter. Like,
let's change the subject, man. Let's see it.
Yeah,
let's talk about boxing.
Let's talk about something else, man. Because that's what somebody said.
So we have that
Tuesday, anyway.
Huh?
Oh, Tuesday, it's on Tuesday.
I ain't getting up at no 3 a.m. man. Come on, man.
I am because I wake up at 5:40 to go to work, so I'm gonna be up anyways.
Yeah, man. I ain't get up at no 3 a.m. man. I'm gonna watch the replay, man. Like, come on, man.
Shouldn't he win anyway though?
2 rounds.
Yeah, 4 or 5 rounds, hopefully.
Man, it'll probably be like 5 or 6. At least the thing with Tapala is he ain't gonna be running around the ring like trying to not get knocked out like Paul Butler did.
I banned him from TV. I never want to see Paul Butler on my television screen. Not because he ran away from Inoue, which is egregious itself. But what got me mad is the way you got the title. You literally petitioned. You a beta male. You petitioned to get the belt. You petitioned not to fight for the belt, for them to give it to you after they strip Casemiro. You even get in the ring and fight somebody for a vacant title. You just petition. Man, you're a beta male. Fuck, you did not deserve to be in a fight of that magnitude. That shit pisses me off.
Did it piss you off when Canelo got a vacant belt or anybody else like that?
Yes. When Canelo got the WBC from Avid DC or from Avid, whatever the fucking Dubai, the nigga in Miami. Why did they give you that vacant title? Why? So you don't have to fight Benavidez? No, nigga. Y'all gotta stop acting like I pick and choose. I attack everybody who do goofy shit, bro. I don't have no favorites. And if people do that shit, it will help niggas out, dog. Niggas make stronger opinions and niggas don't spend this. Talk about
what about the 147 who got the belt from Terrence Crawford?
The IBF title? He didn't commission. You didn't listen to what I said. Paul Butler commissioned them to actually, he literally petitioned them and say, nigga, give me the belt.
What's the difference? Right? The man won a belt. Like, wouldn't you petition if you had opportunity to get a belt?
I'll get in the ring and beat somebody else. Now, if you just email it to me and I have no control over that, like what happened to Haney, Tim Tszyu, and Jerron Amos isn't the same of what happened with Butler. This nigga Butler actually said, this nigga went on the sauna. He broke the rules. I want the title. That's literally what he said. Like, he didn't even want to fight for it. That's a whole different thing. None of these niggas they just emailed them the title without these niggas asking. It's like, here, fucking take this shit. That's different.
I got a question.
Boots wanted to fight Bud. Boots wanted to fight Bud.
Is that so? Let's draw a line in the center. Is him being emailed his title? Is it closer to fighting somebody to win the title, or is it closer to him not petitioning somebody and them still emailing the damn title? Which one is it closer to?
I don't understand what you just said to me.
You said he petitioned whatever boxing organization for him to get the belt, and they emailed him the title, right? Yeah. Is that closer to him being the right guy and he just happened to get emailed the title without petitioning? Is that closer to that, or is that closer to him jumping in the ring, beating somebody's ass, winning the title that way? Which one is it closer to?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not following you.
Somebody understand what I'm saying so they can explain it to him. Or am I being? Do I really need to clear it up?
Like not fighting anybody in reference to like getting a world title. The thing, the difference is like somebody petitioning for the title and that getting emailed to you instead of like someone like a Paul Butler who didn't petition.
Like here's the example. Tim Tszyu was trying to petition himself to get a Charlo fight. That's what he was trying to.
I want you to answer the question. Don't change the subject. I want you to answer the question.
I'm trying to answer the question. I'm telling you, you literally got guys who was petitioning to fight the champion.
Which one is it closer to? Is a nigga petitioning for a belt? Is it closer to them giving somebody a belt who didn't petition, or is it closer to a nigga fighting for a belt and winning the belt? Which one is it closer to?
I think it's closer to fighting for a belt because Boots is about to fight somebody. I think it's closer to that, dog. I think it's closer to that because I feel like Butler. But I feel like what Butler made the play Butler made was for a payday because he knew if he got that WBO fight, number one, his first title defense would be against anyway for a gigantic bag. And I think that was the whole setup for it.
Are you being genuine right now, Zoe?
That makes sense. Let me get the belt and then go fight anyway and get the bag.
Yeah, that's what it was. You didn't hear. There was no smoke when Casemiro. You feel me? He could have fought Casemiro. You feel me? No, he brought it to their attention. This nigga was in the sauna. He lost weight, even that's illegal. Boom, 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 boom. Like
someone petitioning for a belt. You saying that's somebody given a belt, whether they petition or not. You saying that's closer to
because you're attempting
them fighting for a fucking belt.
The reason I say that is because there was an attempt. Like Haney was trying to fight Lomachenko.
I don't give a fuck about trying. If somebody got a belt, they got a belt. Whether you petition for it or not, you got a belt. Nah. You didn't fight for it. I get the intent. I get the polarity. I get what you're saying. It's different. I get it. But it's still closer to them giving you a fucking belt. It's nowhere. It's still, I get the intent. You saying it's bitch made. I understand that part. But it's still closer to them giving him a belt.
How about Genovic at 160 wanting to fight Andrade? Andrade moves up. Now you just get the belt. You just become an email champion.
Yeah, my issue with Genovic is here's my issue I have with Genovic is I don't like how the boxing media, Devin Haney and Jerome Anderson are email champions, but Tszyu and Genovic are not. That's my issue. That's that racist shit that I like to call that. That's that racist shit that blows my shit, though. Like, no, they all email champions. But at least with these four niggas, these niggas was trying to fight the title holder. They didn't fucking write a letter talk about, nigga, I don't want to do no work. Just give me this shit, nigga. Like that. Fuck that nigga. I hope, man, if I see Butler in real life, I'm booking off on that nigga on the set. And you made me stay up till 5 a.m. Didn't even throw a single punch. I fucking in the way, nigga.
You actually stayed up and watched that fight with him trying to avoid it for 11 rounds.
Nigga, I was sick, nigga. I was sick. I'm like, this nigga
about that bullshit.
He fought exactly like Mel fought Canelo, which got me mad because Mel, you're better than that, nigga. And I know you're better than that because your last fight proved it.
Yeah.
And what was the last fight? What was his last fight? Because you wanted us to ask that.
The fight against Brian Castano, man.
No. Let him answer. What's his last fight, Zoe?
His fight with his wife.
Oh, man.
Oh, come on, dude.
That's what he was trying to get at. That's what he wanted to say it. So I just asked him because he wanted to say it.
I'm also clean with that, too.
This is terrible. Terrible, man. Oh
So you
man.
better be careful because these guys gonna come get you, man. You
Yeah.
talking about them? When you talk about a nigga and his wife, man, this shit get
Hey,
real, man. Stop
hey,
it.
He on everybody today, man.
hey,
Yeah,
hey,
bro.
I would tell Jay, I tell Trump, man, he don't have no energy. He punched
Oh,
out, man.
Oh, come on,
I just
man.
hope, I just hope he wasn't with Snap before that shit, nigga, because he OD'd if he did.
Oh,
you know
jeez.
what?
That was the pack stuff too. Come on, yo.
Mel's performance against Canelo was so bad. We don't even want to see Maul against Canelo.
Yo, I already told you the Mel fight against Canelo was so bad that I actually petitioned the IB. They listen to me about the IBF. I petitioned the IBF, the WBA, and the WBC to strip Mel of all his titles. I petitioned them just for that performance. Take the titles away from him. I never want to see him in my TV again.
Oh man, because he just showed up to get the bread. It looked like, man, in that fight.
Yo,
Like,
you know what's the most frustrating shit about the fight? He got dropped in round 7. He gets up, and for the next 30 seconds, he started doing everything I thought he was gonna do, and then he just stopped, like, oh shit, I'm not following the script. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
you had to be like, you man, fuck you, nigga. I don't know. I'm not saying he threw the fight, but that nigga, man, fuck him, bro. Now we know what it is. Like I said, he was gassed out, bro. It's not even his fault, bro.
Well, they chased Canelo for all them years just to
To
get
do that, just to
nothing.
do that, just to do that.
yeah,
But you know what? Here's something I'm gonna say. I noticed about PBC, like fighters I saw with PBC. They're a little delusional. Like if you listen to their speeches, like you remember when Crawford fought Spence when they interviewed both of them, they asking each fighter about the other nigga's attributes, and then Bud gave Spence like 8 nines, 8. He was giving them all high scores.
Mhm.
And Spence is like, man, 3, defense 2. Oh, that's
He
a
was
1.
being funny on the
Nah, nah,
one
you know,
on
no,
that
the reason,
one.
no,
He was being funny.
the
Everybody knew
reason,
that was
no,
a
no,
joke.
no, the reason I'm saying it's not being fun, because even when he listen to Derek James over the years, when he talk about, oh yeah, he's athletic, but he's not very fundable. This is what they actually believe. They actually believe this guy was, he's just they really believe this shit. Their ability to judge like boxing is basement level. That's why some of the fights they make, they really believe this shit, dog. They really believe this shit.
yeah.
I noticed that shit because when I be paying attention to their interviews and shit, I be listening to shit they say. I'm like, are they saying this shit because they all same part of the company? Because when you listen to what everybody in PBC says and then you listen to what the Hall of Famers say, it's night and day different. So who do you think? They obviously y'all niggas the one tripping. It's like I don't
The,
know what it is.
the
Is it because
thing
they
is,
friends?
before Crawford actually fought somebody who on paper, quotation mark, on paper, was supposed to give him a real challenge, shit, I would have questioned that shit too, because Crawford has never been in a fight where he was actually, I mean, he was challenged like 2, 3 times, but in one punch he was challenged. I'm saying he's never been in a fight where he actually had to dig down and make an adjustment and do whatever. I'm still waiting to see that. I want to see how he responds to that, because everything going his way, he's a talented fighter. He's exceptional. He's levels above people. Shit, let's see what happened when he get in trouble or something. Then he got to go to another gear or survive for a little bit and then come back or whatever. No different than what Andre Ward had to do with Kovalev 1, and then he came back and then he stopped him with the body shots and stuff.
But you see, I don't think we need like I feel like with Ward, I never needed the Kovalev fight to know what Ward was. I already figured it out. Like I watched him. The film
But
told me, and I feel it's
why?
the same
Why
thing
is
with
that though?
Hmm?
Why is that though?
The
Why?
film showed me. The film showed me all the skill level. The film showed
The
me the
film
I
from
didn't
where? From where?
from all his the Super 6 series, all the fights from even him getting hurt against Daniel Boone, like those fights was there. I seen them shit. So
But the
I don't need
difference
you.
in the Super
But
Six,
but look,
though, I'm sorry for
but
cutting
look,
you
hold
off.
up. Let me. Okay, yeah. But what I'm saying
The
is like I
difference in
don't
the
need.
Super Six,
Yeah,
can I just say this real quick? The
yeah.
difference in the Super Six, he fought people that at least on paper had a chance
That
to
you
beat him and
knew.
were favored.
That you knew. No. When you say don't say that. Say on paper that you knew. Just say that instead of people who had a chance. Say on paper that you knew, because a lot of the issues that came up with Bud is y'all don't care about fighters that fights outside a certain umbrella. So you guys didn't know how these people were. You feel me? And then like I tell you, boxers
Bud has been
all
favored in
all
every fight he's been in.
I say all boxers have different shelf life. So you can't judge a boxer of how he looked in 2015 compare how he looked in 2017 or even 6 months away, because sometimes niggas change. Ngannou that beat Ricky Burns, and then who the other fucking nigga I can't remember. You feel me? Was a solid fighter at the time. He fell off the map, but that happens. That happens. This is boxing. You take one good punch, you fall off the map. That
You
doesn't show you.
calling other nigga bum ass niggas, and you gonna say this nigga good or
Stop.
whatever? Are you kidding me?
I said for that one period of time when he beat Ricky, it happens all the time. We done seen this shit happen.
You mean that division that Ndongo won? That division?
Listen, the division, if that division had 2 PVC fighters in it, you would have changed your fucking tune.
Man, that shit still would have been trash because the division was trash. It's no different than Prograis stepping up and then getting fucking outclassed.
Bro, like against Devin Haney, a pound for pound guy. I mean, shit, it happens. It happens, bro. But like I'm going back, like Terence Crawford, like even when I'm hearing people talk about, oh my God, I never seen Terence Crawford have a performance like this against Spence. I'm like, nigga, I got a couple of them. The Victor Postal fight was just like this, nigga. That's what he did. The Victor Postal fight was exactly like this shit, my nigga. Like, why niggas act like they never seen this before? And then adversity, we have 2 different ways to judge adversity. Some people judge adversity as, oh, you down on the scorecards, you getting beat, what, blah, blah, blah. I change adversity as somebody's in a 30-second stretch, Gamboa lands a right hand, boom, it hurts you. He lands a second right hand, boom. The third time he throws it in that same 30-second stretch, download the information. I know how to fucking move out the way. It's no longer a punch.
Right.
That's adversity.
That Gamboa fight,
adversity.
Right?
Huh?
That like with that Gamboa fight, would you say that's similar to like when Floyd Mayweather had that thing with Shane Mosley?
Yes. He figured like that. Even though he wasn't down significantly, he wasn't down at all. He won the first round, lost the second round. It was tied up. So that if you want to call that adversity, it's cool. But he made the adjustment. Or even against the Maidana fight, Maidana made the adjustment on Floyd of how he would counter the counter right hand. You feel me? So he did that and caught Floyd in the end of the round and hurt Floyd. Floyd never got hit that shit again. That might have been adversity because he didn't allow the adversity because he made the adjustment. That's just as good as to me. You don't have to. To me, I look down on you. That's more impressive than you say, oh, this nigga dug deep. Oh, Errol Spence was down 5-2 against Kell Brook. He dug deep and came back.
It's more than just being down 4 rounds or so.
But hold up. If people don't call that adversity, he dig deep. Cool. That's one type of adversity. The type of adversity is you never let the avalanche come. As soon as you get hit with that first punch, you already make the adjustments, not happening again. That's quality adversity. I see that shit the same way too. That's why I never had no questions with Terence Crawford, because I seen in-ring adjustments and multiple fights. I see in-ring adjustment that he never allowed the fight to get there. It was there to happen. If he would have got sucked into it, he made the adjustment. That's just as good as reversing. That's the same thing I see Andre Ward do. That's why I said I didn't need to see the Kovalev.
That ain't the same thing as Andre Ward, because Andre Ward in Kovalev won.
No, but I'm saying, no, you're not listening.
For 6 rounds. For 6 rounds, Andre Ward.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. I said, bro, I didn't need the Kovalev fight because I see this nigga made split-second adjustment in fights before. Every time Kessler figured out something successful, the next 30 seconds he removed it. You feel me? That doesn't mean he didn't face adversity for 30 seconds.
The level of fighter that Andre Ward did that against is different than the level of fighter Terence Crawford did it against. Just because Terence Crawford faced 1 second of adversity against Gamboa, it's different than Andre Ward facing adversity in 5 different fights in his career.
Go back in time. When
high quality fights.
When Ward fought Kessler and when Terence Crawford fought Gamboa, just at the moment of time that fight happened, who was a better fighter between Gamboa and Kessler? Let me hear this line.
At the time Ward fought Kessler, who was a better fighter between
Kessler and the version of Gamboa that Terence Crawford fought? That was on the pound for pound. That was 32-0. Like
the version of Gamboa, because Gamboa at the lower weights was
so what
the truth.
So what do you mean that? And then before
fucking fight, one fight versus
that was better than Ward's best fight before Ward fought Kovalev. Kessler was his best opponent.
Kessler, Froch.
Froch is wild and crude. That he's just wild and crude, my nigga. That's it.
Oh,
he is wild and crude. His fans tell you that. Even his diehard British fans will tell you he's wild and crude. He just made it work. His fans will tell you that. I don't know why y'all saying oof for. His diehard fans tell you this shit.
Andre Ward had higher quality
No,
opponents that gave him adversity, and then he overcame the adversity.
Nah, Showtime, HBO spent money on the Super 6, so you recognize name because you saw the commercials. It's not the opponents was better. Let's be real. You recognize the opponents. That's what it was. But you recognize the opponent. There wasn't no better or better. You recognize the opponents. That's what it was.
They were very good at that time.
But you had the thing there with Gamboa. Gamboa, both of them things were on HBO. Not just the thing with Ward, but Gamboa was on HBO too.
Yeah, but I'm saying people recognize the amount of money they spent on the Super 6 was big. That shit.
Okay, other than Spence, name another one for Crawford. Let's go.
But that he faced adversity.
A good opponent that he faced adversity and then he overcame. Let's name another one.
Nobody. Okay, boom. And round three, Victor Postal was catching with the jab. It never happened again. Didn't happen again. You see, this shit pissing me off. This shit just fucking pissing me off with you niggas, dog.
Who you said again? What's the name of the person?
Victor Postal coming up. Victor Postal, who had knocked out.
Victor Postal, who got knocked out by what's the last few knockouts Victor Postal done had?
After you just said you just finished your last statement about the war shed. They said there was good opponents that at the time. At the fucking time. Victor Postal had
they were good opponents.
Victor Postal had just came off of beating Lucas Matisse, who fucking Danny Garcia went life and death with and had to get a fucking orbital ball.
That was a good win. That was a good win.
You feel me?
That was a good win. That was a good win.
You say Jeff Horn then? You say Jeff Horn?
And then the Jeff Horn fight, Super Pacquiao fans like to act like I had Pacquiao winning 115, 113, and they had like 4 swing rounds in there. So you know what? Because they had 4 swing rounds, if Jeff Horn won, if Horn won, fuck it, he won. Cool, he won.
Just because somebody wins a fight doesn't necessarily mean that they're the better fighter.
That defeats the purpose of having a fight. What are you talking about?
You feel me? We judge.
Timothy Bradley beat Manny Pacquiao, but over time, who was the better fighter?
It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Let me tell you why.
Manny Pacquiao is the better fighter.
Let me tell you why I'm gonna say that. I'm talking about in the head-to-head matchup.
You talking about the first fight? That robbery?
Yeah. No, that was in a rock. Nigga, listen. Go watch that fight again.
That was a robbery, bro.
Go watch that fight again.
He arguably won the fight. Yes. In him winning that fight, if you'd have just based who was better off of that fight alone, you could arguably say he was better than Manny Pacquiao. But over time, Manny Pacquiao was the much better fighter.
This is my issue with Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley is the biggest beta male in the history of boxing. Let me tell you why he's a beta male. He beat Manny Pacquiao. He allowed HBO, Top Rank, and the friends to say, you lost, you this, you blah, blah, blah. He allowed these niggas to get under his head. He came out in the next fight and fought like Spence and almost got stopped. And then he went back to who he really was, fucking completely schooled Marquez, fought Pacquiao and said, you know what? I knew what worked the first time, but I gotta show that I'm a macho. Niggas who let other people influence like that are beta males. Especially when you fucking beat Pacquiao, nigga. Fuck all that dumb shit these niggas are saying these Pacquiao players. You beat him, nigga. You won.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that.
He's a beta male.
Said it best. I won the fight, but I didn't beat him.
He's a beta male.
Who said that?
Apollo Creed, baby.
Bro, that nigga's a beta male.
I won the fight, but I didn't beat him.
I never seen a nigga like you see how Wilder lost to Joseph Parker. He put his hands in the air. I won. No, that's actually a good mentality. That like nigga, yeah, I won. And sometimes delusion is good, yeah, nigga, because that shows you I'll get it. I'll run it back. This nigga, oh man, maybe it was right. I gotta change my style, nigga. This nigga.
When that fight ended and it took so long for the scorecards to come back, did you think that there may be a tie? Did you think that there could be a possibility that some bullshit could happen?
For what, the Bradley Pacquiao shit?
No, Deontay Wilder ended the fight with his hands up in the sky. They took 5 minutes to count the scorecards. Were you in that time period thinking like, oh shit, it's some bullshit about to happen?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, shit, Deontay Wilder knew what it was. He probably thought it was going to be politics too. They want me and Joshua to fight. Let me raise my hand and give them a reason to make this a tie.
You know what it is? I'm going to be honest with you. Here's why Wilder felt he won. and I was complaining about this shit on the group chat with Three Kings. I said Joseph Parker hit Wilder more. But if you're to ask me real punches, because I pay attention to everything. So the little uppercuts on the inside, the little hooks to the body, them little hammer fists he threw, them shits was landing. Them shits was landed. You feel me? A lot of, even though Joseph Parker landed more, a lot of his shit was, Kawasaki style smacks and shit. You feel me? So I can see if you in the ring, how you might assume you won. Like, man, I hit him flush more time. I can see how he can assume that. It just doesn't work that way. But I can see how he assumed that because this you was getting smacked. This nigga was smacking you. You feel me? This nigga was fucking throwing Kawasaki ass looking shits.
Bro, Wilder.
I hear you, but
throwing
I
hammer
don't
fist.
see that. But I hear
Wilder
you.
was throwing hammer fists, bro. He had Joseph Parker in a headlock and hit him on top of the head.
Headlock hit
hammer
him,
fist.
beat him at the top of his head.
Come on. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm a Wilder. I love Wilder. I'm like, what is wrong with him, bro?
Shit, he was frustrated that he couldn't hit him.
Bro. It was wild, bro.
I'm like, something's different. Something's definitely wrong. You running around, you not throwing the right hand, and then you tie him up and you hammer.
Hey, yo, MVO said Malik Scott turned Wilder into Malik Scott.
Oh, Lord. Maybe y'all are right.
Hey, my boy MVO,
he got him doing
funny.
so much unnecessary stuff, bro. Just throw the right hand. Jab and throw the right hand. It's simple.
Hey, yo, you know that should just remind me of what you just said. You remember when Klitschko was fighting Fury?
Oh, God.
Jim Lampley was going on this long. Jim Lampley, instead of just saying shit, he want to just drag it and make it sound eloquent and, you feel me, Shakespearean and shit. You feel me? So he spent like 20 minutes, fucking just saying Klitschko needs to throw the right hand, but he didn't, how he says it, the power, that dumb shit. So Roy Jones come out of nowhere. He said, I don't know about all that, but if you don't throw this right hand, you're gonna lose. I just started dying, nigga. I'm like, facts. And then he just could have said that shit. Simple as fuck.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what it reminds me of. Yeah, sometimes just, I don't know, man. I think, yeah, Wilder, like I said, I caught this fight since 2017. So the people who are Wilder fans, you say something else, they're gonna say, he's old, blah, blah, blah. Me, I saw the fight broke down the way I thought it was gonna break down in 2017. But I thought the herky-jerky punching style, this nigga cross steps was gonna get him in trouble. You feel me? I just think.
So you don't think in 2017 Wilder would have threw more right hands, which means that there's a higher percentage that one of them motherfuckers would have landed versus throwing 10 fucking right hands in a full fight.
The difference between me and you is like you thinking Wilder not throwing the right hand is a Wilder issue. I'm saying he's not throwing the right hand because he physically wasn't in position to throw the right hand with how he was being maneuvered. Every time he threw a cross step, that's the reason he wasn't throwing the right hand. You feel me? Like it's that's what I'm saying. Like watch the film. Like there's a technical reason it wasn't happening. It's just not Wilder decided not to do it, my nigga.
And I agree to some major extent. Yes, he was in positions to where he couldn't throw the right hand, but that is every fucking fight. He still has opportunities when he was in that mid to whatever range to take the step and then throw. And then, Joseph Parker would dip down back into his chest, which that's, again, good strategy.
The difference is, back then, it was a more ferocious Deontay Wilder.
That's what I was trying to say.
It was a guy that wanted to, try to come forward and swing and try to get a knockout. Like he, it was like he would turn on. Like he has that instance where, okay, he's gonna turn on and he's gonna swing and he's gonna, throw that punch. But you just really didn't see that from him in this bout
until round fucking 12.
I saw a lot of misses. I seen a lot of misses. I saw a lot of misses. I saw a lot of if somebody want to say his timing is off, that's a way more acceptable excuse than everything y'all also. Because when he said his timing is off, as soon as I heard the press conference says timing off, I'm like, oh, I can see that because unlike I saw the right hand. He just wasn't landing it. I saw him throwing it. He just wasn't landing
Joseph Parker saw it too, which is why he got away from it.
He didn't start throwing it about 4 or 5.
That's why when he says
here's the wild part, right?
Yeah.
Remember y'all were talking about the jab for Deontay Wilder, right? And how that was bad. man, in the punch stats, man, he didn't land a jab in like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 12 rounds. He didn't land a jab.
And that's when he started fucking losing, when he stopped throwing his jab. In every fight, he is at least, what's another word lower than competitive? He's at least something lower than competitive, comparable. He's at least whatever word that means competitive but means comparable, whatever that word is. He's at least that when he throws his jab. Competent. He's at least competent when he throws his jab. When he don't throw his jab, it's like what's the fucking reason?
It's like a deer in the headlights or something. I don't know, man, but
he's doing
like,
too much thinking in there, man. Melise got him doing too much movement. And I understand you're trying to draw your opponent in, make him make a mistake, then we catch him. Cool, great. But damn, like I said, you got the advantage on the reach, use the reach. It's simple shit like
but why is he moving like all around the ring, man? Like he used all like 20 feet of the ring to try to move around from, Joseph Parker or something. Like, why aren't you like on your front foot? Why aren't you coming forward?
Maybe they're trying to tire him out, and then y'all fuck up, and then bam, right in.
At least his endurance wasn't shit like it was in them Tyson Fury fights.
It's another thing people don't want to acknowledge.
What is that?
So like one thing niggas don't want to acknowledge about the fight is Joseph Parker has regressed a lot since the one who fought AJ. He's regressed a lot, and he still beat Wilder.
Oh Lord. He don't feel like he's regressed.
Wilder's regressed too.
Yeah, but then that's 3 terrible fights with Tyson Fury, man. I mean, come on, it took a lot out of him.
Yeah, it definitely did. Like, that's the difference. Even Wilder mentally.
Ortiz fight too, man.
Yeah, the Ortiz, yeah.
But he lost every round. He lost every round. He lost every second of the round to Ortiz until he stopped him, bro. Like this, and then this is somebody who, how old is Ortiz?
Which is again the mentality, which is what we're telling you.
How old is Ortiz?
57.
Allegedly, that's conservative measures.
Yeah. And he was 57 back then. We didn't even talk about
this nigga, because and then you remember when niggas like I heard the reason this nigga didn't want to disclose his medical reports wasn't because he was taking PD, because he didn't want the niggas to find out his real age. Remember that whole blood pressure shit situation where he tried to say that's why he had the fucked up the positive test is because he was taking the blood pressure medication, and he didn't want to give up his paperwork because they might have seen that he was born in 1923, nigga. You feel me? Nigga, Fidel Castro's first bodyguard.
Like, damn, he was on the Titanic. Damn.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he was there. He was there for the Bay of Pigs when that shit happened.
He was sparring with Teofilo Stevenson's grandfather.
Yes, he was, man. Look, conspiracy theory. Have you ever seen a picture of Teofimo and Luis Ortiz? Striking resemblance, huh? How do we know? That's not really Teofimo.
Interesting.
This rabbit hole goes deep.
Oh goodness, man.
This nigga, he this ancient ass nigga, bro. Like this is his best one is that ancient ass nigga.
This is my thing, right? You didn't need to fight Joseph Parker. You could have fought anybody. You could have came out there, got the ring rust off, phenomenal knockout, and then you move on to a fight. Why did you pick a former world champion and Joseph Parker? I think it was his 3rd time fighting this year. Phenomenal resume. Why?
That moved like he moved.
You know why? Because he probably saw the film of Joseph Parker getting beat up by Derek Chisora. That's why.
Shit, I would have fought Derek Chisora.
Who was he? Who was he up there against before that though? Like the joint with Joe Joyce. I think he saw that.
Yeah, but that's thing. I'll fight 2 different styles. Joe Joyce, that motherfucker he killed Joseph Parker that day. That was terrible.
In slow motion. He beat that nigga ass in slow motion.
Yeah,
I've never
why he did it is because they paid him. They said, hey, we want these fights. We want these competitive fights. Here the money. Let's see it.
Man. Yeah, I don't know, man. That Yeah, that was just a bad, I guess a bad style matchup for him. But like I said with Wilder, I'm like he was looking, towards fighting Andrew Ruiz for all that time, man. Like that fight could have happened in like as soon as like March or something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't make it, and then they had to like move on and move forward, and they couldn't find nothing, and then it just took them.
You couldn't fight anybody else, bro.
Here's what they should have did. Here's what they should have did. They should have put Wilder and Barclays Center against Adam Cowabunga and let him get that easy knockout.
Adam Kaunaki. Yeah. I mean, hey, some folks were thinking that was going to be a matchup though with Kaunaki when he was having that undefeated run.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that motherfucker sucked. I knew he was. I got some big arguments with MVO. I'm like, I know you just saying that because he's in New York, man. That motherfucker is trash, bro. Right, Helenius showed me. You was there. You was in attendance for that fight, right?
Oh, God.
Nah, not the Helenius fight. I went to the one where he fought Charles Martin.
I seen the end of the second fight. I just walked into the T-Mobile when that was happening.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, lost again. Damn.
Yeah, he beat Karate though. Adam Karate got washed though by Helenius and shit.
Didn't he just lose to a Mexican dude or something on the zone or something too?
Who?
Yeah.
Yep, he lost to somebody.
Damn.
People was really hyping that guy up, bro. I'm like, what do y'all see that I don't see, man?
He just has phenomenal pressure of just walking into punches.
He just had pressure walking into punches, but he just got, he just kept getting hit by punches. That was.
Well, let me say this: didn't his punch output go down? I wonder why.
Because he couldn't resist his punch resistance.
But like MVO
I'm saying, even
said,
past that, something else probably happened too.
No. MVO did point out that all three of his losses have come from people who pop dirty. So maybe they beat these PED abusers beat some shit out of them.
Man,
I don't know. They say that Adam Kaunaki is still fighting. He got to fight next year,
in
man.
Poland, in fucking Poland. He's back in Poland now.
Yep.
And I guarantee he's gonna look a lot different. Watch.
Yeah. He just stay in Poland for like 5 years, and hopefully he don't lose. He'll pop up for like a mandatory or some shit. That's how it usually happen with them niggas.
I got a question.
Yo.
Does Deontay Wilder retire? Should he retire, or what should he do next for Deontay Wilder? Given his post-fight speech, given who we know he is, what should he do?
Okay.
What do you think he'll do?
I think he need to get in the studio and drop that album.
Jesus. That's the problem, right? He focused on.
You fix the drink just how I like, baby. That song's fire. I don't know how y'all don't like that song. That shit's fire.
But listen, bro, I think Wilder should. I love Wilder, but I'd be okay if he retired, man. You got the money. What else is there to do? Like, you don't need to fight anymore, bro. If you can go out on top, go ahead and go out on top.
If he retires, all I ask you guys is a simple request. If he retires, please don't force him into the Hall of Fame.
He going.
He's gonna be in there, man. Come on, so he's going in the Hall of Fame, bro. Come on, it's getting to that point, man. Like, hey,
every fight he won, he did knock somebody down. He definitely going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
man. Because like I would argue Arturo Gatti got a better resume than him.
Oh my God.
If you disagree.
I don't disagree, but a lot of people, I don't know, man. I think it's just awesome.
The thing with Arturo Gatti, man, like
he doesn't deserve to be in there at all, but he has better. Ivan Robinson win is better than everything in fucking Wilder's resume, and the Joe Gamachi win is better than everything in Wilder's resume.
Rocky Balboa is in the Hall of Fame
for no reason.
Yeah,
and what you call it? Tim Austin's not in the Hall of Fame yet, is he?
Tim Austin? I don't think so. But at least they got Michael Moore. Michael Moore is going to be in this class.
Finally! Why did it take so long? Like, why? That should have been first ballot. Why the fuck did Michael Moore take so long to reach a goddamn Hall of Fame and Arturo Gatti's in there? And then you talk about Wilder's going in and Michael Moore got to wait and fucking Wilder's going in, bro. Boxing is some bullshit, bro. That's some bullshit.
Hey.
Is that Judah in the Hall yet?
No.
Get the fuck out and Wilder, man, fuck you, nigga. Fuck that whole shit. Fuck that whole shit, nigga. Nah. That's just bro.
But Zoe, you gotta base people off of their performance in their own era. While they're in this era,
Well, didn't do anything. Didn't do anything.
Wilder in this era is enough for him to get in the Hall of Fame. In a different era, maybe not. But in this era, what he's done is special.
Oh, you think
like
Joseph
in this
Parker gets
era,
in? You
like
think
from
Joseph Parker gets
what
in
has
on
it
Wilder?
been from 2016 or whatever it is to at least 2020 or something like that. He was like a top 2 or 3 heavyweight from that time. So
10 or 11 defenses.
Yeah.
you know, so
How many of those title defense guys was ranked in the top 10?
Oh shit! You want to get technical with it? Goddamn.
That's important, my nigga. How many of these guys was ranked in the top 10?
Doesn't matter. Beat at least 10.
Luis Ortiz.
That's it.
But a ranking
And
ain't nothing but an
Stervern.
email away, baby. We can get
Stervern.
on a WBC.
Yeah, Stervern and Ortiz are the only two niggas ranked. Dominic Brazil wasn't ranked at the time. Brazil got kicked off the ranking when he got knocked out by Joshua. He never entered back into the top 10. So the only top 5 he got
Areola.
Ortiz and Stervern. Areola wasn't in the wasn't in the top 10 when he fought him.
Okay.
Yeah, like Areola hasn't been in the top 10 since Klitschko. I don't think he got back in after the Klitschko loss. So this guy, yeah.
Just because you don't want him in the Hall of Fame, he's still gonna get in, buddy.
I'm just showing you because you know what's shocking. You know what to shock you guys? Would you guys believe me if I told you Dillian White beat more top 10 fighters than Wilder and Fury combined?
Doesn't matter. Pop dirty.
Yeah, we don't care. We don't care.
35 twice.
But Dylan White's not gonna get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and he got a better
Definitely not.
resume.
Definitely not.
He got a better resume than Wilder. That's crazy.
Yeah, he was on some shit. All of them. Allegedly.
Wilder got a metal plate in his hand?
Allegedly.
No, he do, right? From accident he had, right? He broke his hand, so they replaced with metal plate. Like that's cool. That's not against the rules or anything. Like you an android.
Don't AJ have testosterone exemptions according to Big Baby Miller? Allegedly.
You say what?
Doesn't AJ have testosterone exemptions? According
I
to
could
Big
actually
Baby Miller?
believe that shit. I could really believe that.
Allegedly.
He would have failed. He would have been failed.
Given the source, like
you were given the source, man.
I believe Big Baby Miller.
This nigga, Big Millie took a cocktail of everything that ever existed in life, dog. This nigga took NCT, Compound G. This nigga took everything, bro.
WD-40. Like, damn.
Like he took everything in the book, bro.
He even took meth.
Hey man, he said he wanted an even playing field, baby.
He had perks in his system. Nigga, this had anyone. This nigga was wilding, bro. I'm like, you took everything.
That Flintstone vitamin did it right there. That Flintstone vitamin was all. It was
They say he had tried. They say he had used an experimental. They say he had used an experimental drug from China. And then he had used an experimental drug from China. He ended up breaking the vial, and that's what caused COVID. That's what I heard. Somebody told me that shit.
What?
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, we gotta blame him for everything.
He had a vanilla flavored Ensure. That was it. That's what made him pop right there.
That nigga, bro. And then for you to come back out of your suspension with more drugs, and then his first fight back from his suspension. It was a WBA fight week. It was called, and the title of the card was called Free Drug Week.
Oh my god!
And he was fighting Lucas Brown in the main event. It's like is this a joke?
That shit was horrible, bro.
Hey, what I do know is if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So this nigga obviously didn't want to pass this test.
Viva la raza, yeah, for real though.
He don't care.
The thing about it is, I still like Big Baby Miller, man. I love trash talkers. Either way, it's like, okay, if he goes in there and does what he said he was going to do, we win. If he loses, cool, we win. Shouldn't be talking that shit.
You know what's shocking? I'm shocked that I was shocked that he tested positive. It's like, when I'm looking back, I'm like, why would I think he wasn't juicing?
My thing is, how long was he juicing, though?
Nigga,
Right.
I don't know how long, but to be 380 pounds and you throwing 80 punches per round, my nigga, now nobody was like even brush, like don't even notice, nigga. That's weird.
He looked phenomenal when he was on that shit.
Phenomenal, bro. This nigga had a James Toney style work rate, nigga.
Like
Like
he,
what
he
the
was
fuck?
like he was like 300 pounds against Gerald Washington and throwing like 500 punches in the fight. Like, come on.
That is not real. That is impossible, dog. That's literally impossible, dog.
Like,
You
bro,
know,
like dude, like how you go from like being 260 pounds in 2014 to like your next fight at like 280 pounds, bro.
Yeah, right, nigga. Yeah, right. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. When AJ came to MSG, I had picked Gerald Miller to beat him, and then he test positive. And as soon as I heard Ruiz, I've been, I was big on Ruiz since super early. So I picked Ruiz to beat. I think no matter who AJ would have fought between Miller and Ruiz, it was a bad style matchup.
mm.
Especially the juice version of Miller. That juice version of Miller. Oh man.
I still want to see that fight.
No, I don't. I don't want to ever see. I think I
I
could.
don't want to see that. I don't want
So
to see
is
that.
it over for Big
Yeah,
Baby?
yeah, it's over.
What I think he should fight him, he should just take steroids when you do.
It's only fair. It's only fair.
It's only fair.
Give it an even playing field. Let's have Joshua be ejected with PEDs versus Jarrell Miller with PEDs.
You know what? That should be Wilder's next opponent right there, Big Baby Miller. That's gonna be the guy that's gonna be able to bring the dog out of Wilder.
The dog back into that would be it. Yeah, I would like that. That would be the one that would kind of get Wilder back in there. Is Jarrell Miller?
Now I want to see Adam Cowabunga.
We can sell a fight. Damn, where we have it at? Damn, they put it out having in Brooklyn, yo.
Nah.
They had that fight in Brooklyn.
Hey, bring Big Baby to Alabama, baby.
Y'all got there's arenas. Alabama got arenas.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my god!
Here we
Like
go.
where they getting fight at? Like in the barn or some shit? Like where the fuck they getting fight at?
Oh my god! Here we
Why
go.
Wilder's fought in Alabama before?
For real, them sharecroppers got money to spend like that?
Oh Lord.
He said the sharecroppers. Oh no! Come on, bro.
Yo, you know what? I think that's the real source of my dislike. I hate country niggas.
Oh God.
That's what it is. And then Wilder is like super, like everything you think about as country nigga, like the stereotype. You can't even make fun of him for being a stereotype because he just does it. He's everything you think of a country nigga.
This man,
Hey,
I know you.
where he's from.
So,
Here we go, man.
He's
So
Yeah.
from the South, brother.
you think I'm a swell person?
You're not
Like,
bad for a Texas accent. You're not. You're a pretty decent person for a Texas. You probably been to other civilized places outside of Texas.
Nigga, I'm
That's
from
what-
Alabama, nigga.
Oh well, you probably been to other civilized places that learn to get civilized.
Oh Lord.
You probably
my god!
you probably went up
What are
north
we
and learned some
doing?
shit. You came down there to help everybody. You probably taught everybody in your neighborhood how to do math and shit.
Basically, you're not as country as I thought you were.
Yeah, you're not as country. Yeah, you surpass the country. You're not country. You just you rural.
Come on, bro.
You just
I'm
don't
Southern,
like
nigga.
for country.
Yo, listen. I moved 3 months ago. I moved out here to Iowa, so I did not know the Midwest was country in the South. So this is new.
Oh man.
All right, y'all boys. That's my cue. I gotta go jump in this meeting. It's 9 now.
Man, yeah, this shit,
Going
yeah,
to,
man.
man. I
This about
appreciate
10
y'all.
o'clock, man. I'm about to put it close to this joint too, man. We done had extended talk with this shit, yo.
Man, I'm going, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for jumping in, man. So
All right,
jumping in. Foxy Academic, as always, man. Enjoy this talk, man. Hey, yo, but yeah, that's it for me for now, man. I'm gonna have that year-end show, man. Where I put in like the awards for like fighter of the year, and all that other type of stuff for December 31st, man. So y'all be sure to tune in for that. Thanks for everybody joining in live. Hopefully you hit the like button to support this, to support the content here. Like I said, we'll be back at it on the 31st. As far as like a midweek report, I don't think I'm gonna do a midweek report or something because outside of what's happening with Inouye, having this fight against Marlon Tapales on Tuesday. There ain't gonna be much jumping off unless there's gonna be some crazy news going down in the boxing scene. So y'all just look forward to the award show that will be on the 31st. And like I said, big ups for everybody that joined in live. Like I say at the end of every show, point of boxing is hit, not get hit, not the stand and trade. On that note, folks, I'm out. Have a good evening, everybody.